Hello everybody. I have a new guest on stream. I have got GoblinLackey with me, Goblin Man, to help me learn the ways of the green folk. But a very different build of goblins than we have been playing on stream. I've been playing a lot of the food chain goblins. This is more his specialty, which is like the Aether Vial. Almost looks like, it almost looks like a Death and Taxes kind of deck. Like if you look at the mana base, you look at the creature suite.
Death and Taxes looks like goblins.
That's what I meant. The Death and right. Goblins were here first, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about the deck here a little bit and send a league of it. But there's a lot to talk about here. This is so much different than what I'm used to with goblins.
So this is what people would usually call classic goblins because the core of the deck has more or less not changed since Legacy was invented.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite factoids about goblins is that it won the very first Legacy Grand Prix.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, GP Philadelphia in 2004. I want to say it's either 2004 or 2005.
Okay.
And the finals were a guy, Jonathan Son, who was on Goblins, and Chris Bakula on what would become Dead Guy Ale.
Oh, very cool.
You can sort of find the text coverage from the event somewhere on Wizards if they haven't deleted it. I know some of that stuff got deleted.
Yeah, they cleared out a bunch of stuff.
But a lot of the stuff back from those days is still here. It's just the numbers have shifted around, other than for GoblinLackey, for Goblin Matron, for Aether Vial. That has stayed exactly the same.
Yeah.
But we've got 2 pile drivers instead of 4. We've got 2 war chiefs instead of 3 or 4. We've got 2 ringleaders instead of 3 or always 4 back then.
Yep.
And so the deck
that was the one that really surprised me. Seeing only 2 ringleaders here, just because that card's such an overperformer in the food chain build, but it also kind of makes sense that it does a bit more when food chain's actually in play.
Yeah. When it says draw
win
3
the
cards,
game.
make 5 mana.
Yeah.
Which makes 7 mana, which makes 1 million mana.
Right.
So I guess in terms of overall value generation, the 2 ringleader slots got eaten by 2 Muxus slots.
Right.
So Muxus did that. Muxus is that kind of, it's almost like a split card of a super powered Siege Gang commander and a super powered ringleader.
Mm-hmm.
So it condensed the deck construction. And then I think really the secret card that makes Vile Goblins tick is Sling Gang Lieutenant. It's the card that lets the deck play a Aristocrats style finish.
Right.
We had this back in the day with Skirk Prospector plus Goblin Sharpshooter, but that needed more setup, and this is just a good card on its own.
Right.
And it synergizes with all of the cards, or all the deck's effects.
It lets you win outside of combat. That's so huge.
So I started playing Goblins in 2016. The biggest difference between then and now is that this deck is so good at killing outside of combat now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I've got 2 Pashlik Mons in this list. So Pashlik plus Sack Outlet, whether that's Skirk or Sling, that's damage outside of combat. Sling Gang's outside of combat. Twin Shot, I've killed people plenty of times. Just having that uncounterable shock. Uncounterable shock is broken.
Yeah, I believe it. You see this card pops up in a couple of other decks too. I can't remember exactly what
Painter,
it is. Painter, that's
you
what
can
it
weld
is.
it.
Yeah. Surprise 2 damage that they can't deal with. Is a question I had, is Skirk Prospector mainly in the deck because Muxus is in the deck? Would it not be there if you didn't play Muxus?
So it used to be you basically always played 1 Skirk to
be able to go tutor for.
Yeah, tutor. You used it a lot for ramping out. You'd ramp out Siege Gang sometimes, but that wasn't as big payoff, obviously. And so you would do it to hold off a GT indefinitely, so you could just block sack.
Oh, okay. That's big.
you would do it. It was really, it's like the best card in the world against Dredge.
Oh, because of
So-
bridge.
Yeah, because of bridge. You can just go like turn 1 Prospector, turn 2 Mog War Marshal, and they will just never ever get a bridge from below trigger.
Interesting. Yeah.
And so, you know, back in the day, Dredge was quite popular, and then you would like look for like Sharpshooter plus Skirk to hard lock elves out of a game. That was like what you always wanted on the board, so you'd tutor for them aggressively. So Skirk always had like a decent role in a lot of different matchups, but it was never like a full staple of the archetype until Noxus got printed, because it really
Now you got
really
something to put the mana
crazy.
into.
Yeah, it's really crazy
Yeah.
how like just turn 1 Skirk, turn 2 Mogwar Marshal, turn 3 hit your third land drop. Okay, I have 6 mana now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true.
I also think Skirk
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
is much. Skirk's a lot better right now because of Battlecry. Because it's really nice
That's
that
where I was
you
about to pull up
you basically get to distribute the damage how you want. So like say you like attack with a bunch of dudes and you have a Prospector and a Battlecry in there, and they have some blocks. You just start sacking stuff for mana that's blocked, and then you put you basically get to put the damage onto whatever's unblocked.
Things. Oh, that's interesting. This was one of the cards. So like we were talking a little bit before we went live, and I was saying that like the sheer amount of goblins that are in this deck that are not in the other builds is wild.
Yeah.
This is one of them. I mean, it's like Prospector, Battlecry, Sting, War Marshal, Pile Driver, Crater Maker. Though I did just recently add Crater Maker and munitions, and they've been like awesome.
Yeah.
But there's like Pashalik, War Chief. There's a ton of goblins here that I just have. Some of them I've never read before.
Yeah. So Battlecry I should explain, because I think it got tested very briefly when it first came out, and we were all like, doesn't, whatever. We didn't really see what it had to offer. But the thing that I've realized now, so first I was just looking for like, what are the playable 2 toughness 2-drops? Because we were cutting Rinvelt Hordemaster, we were cutting Moria Marauder. We're like, okay, there's Pile Driver.
The reason for this being Plague Engineer and Bowmasters, like all over the format. And I've been running into this lately too. That same problem where I'm like, this deck feels super solid, but I keep running into these 2 cards and they just slam the door on me.
Yeah, and it's just like, it does not that, it's not, those cards aren't that big a deal if they don't kill your 2-drop.
Yeah.
And because it really affects the tempo of the game.
Yeah.
So
doesn't kill this one.
Doesn't kill that one. Yeah. And it's also kind of nice against Plague specifically, where if you just have 1 in a red up, you can still be attacking with your 2/2 goblins into a Plague, and they don't get any, they're not allowed to block.
Right. Interesting.
So it's really nice that you can just push damage through a Plague on board, which is normally quite hard to do.
Is the Pack Tactics ability like a relevant piece of text on this?
Yes.
I mean, okay.
Yes, it is. So the key line, it's the thing about this card is that it's really good with Vial, because of this particular sequence where it's like if you go turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Port, turn 3 you can just port again, or you could play another 1-drop or play a 2-drop, and then ideally on your turn 3 you'll, on their end of turn, you'll Vial and Pile Driver, and so you could have only a Pile Driver and play on
okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of a combo, right? It's Vial and Pile Driver, and then on your turn 4, Matron for Battlecry plus activate it, and then you get to swing for trigger the Pack Tactics. Pile Driver trigger goes underneath that, so you get 3 damage off Battlecry, 2 damage off Matron, 2 damage from Pile Driver's regular.
Wait. How is Battlecry attacking then?
It gains haste when you activate it.
Oh, the activated ability gives haste too. Oh my god, yes. I totally even missed that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So 2 from Matron, 2 Pile Driver, 3 from Battlecry.
Yep.
And then 8th damage from the token, and then that's 4 or 3 other goblins attacking, so you get +6 on the Pile Driver, so it's 8 damage on the Pile Driver.
Oh my god.
Total. And then, so what is it? Total of
a lot.
13, or I think it's 14.
Wow.
So you can have literally an empty board Violent a pile driver, swing for 14 on the next turn.
So that's a big piece that's missing from the other list. Is there? I'm not playing any pile drivers. This card is insane. Like this card hits like a truck. If
pile
they
driver
can't block it,
hits really hard. He mostly dies to removal is the thing, right?
But does have that 2 toughness, so at least doesn't die to the
Yes, that's very important, and also, I kind of think of him as he's the lightning rod. So him and Lackey are the lightning rods that eat removal that wants to hit your other creatures.
Okay.
So sense. If pile driver's dying to the bolt or the plow, then maybe you're untapping with War Chief or untapping with Sling Gang, that sort of thing.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I noted double Crater Maker. Thought that was kind of spicy. I was really happy with the first copy I added in the other one. The other
Crater Maker really fell out of favor over the past year or two. And then it's just kind of become good again as the format has slowed down. It used to be, because I think what happened was Crater Maker felt quite bad when it was play it and activate it immediately, because then it's like I'm playing a 3-mana shock.
Yep. Right.
And I was like, that
sucks. Doesn't feel good.
But the format has definitely slowed down because there's all these discard spells. There's less like kill this thing or you die literally right now.
Yeah.
And so Crater Maker's good when you get to be like, okay, attack for 2 and then block, sack, kill your other thing.
Right.
That's when it's really doing a lot of work. And it is a 2-drop that kills Plague all by itself, which is nice, and it synergizes nicely with the Pashlik Mons in this list, because you get to turn it into an Arc Lightning.
Oh, that's true. You throw 2 at one thing, 1 at another. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, or just 3. So like Pashlik plus Crater Maker will kill a DRC.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So there's some nice little synergies there. And I wanted, I also wanted it to trigger pack tactics on Battlecry. So that's why I'm not playing the second Twin Shot Sniper. I had been doing that, and then I was like, I want to just actually add to the board often.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And so I, because it's just like if you have a 2/2 and a 2/2, activate battle or 2/2. Just a 2/2, and then Battlecry activate. That's 6 power, so you get the token.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
It's a little awkward that the way the triggers happen is that if you go like pile driver into Battlecry with nothing else, you don't get the trigger because the pack tactics checks power when the attack happens, not by
so pile driver cannot contribute to other than it's 1 power.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Or it's 2 if you had pumped. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Last main deck question I got for you. It's an interesting one. 61 cards, and we're playing a Dismember. Yes. Is this the 61st card? Or?
Kind of. So I very often play 61 on Goblins, and it came as a result of whenever I would map out my sideboard, it was really frequent that there'd be a lot of matchups where I'd want to board in, 6 or 7 cards, and then in order to cut stuff, I'd end up with too few Goblins to keep Ringleader consistent. So like my kind of rule of thumb that I stick to is like if Ringleader is relevant in the matchup, don't drop below 27 Goblins.
Okay.
It's a combination of
helped with that basically.
Math. Yeah. And so 61, because I had been playing 24 lands. Goblins is normally a 24 land deck.
Yeah.
Because of all the discard spells, you're a little bit more liable to flood out. Because you can get your payoffs, Thoughtseized or Griefed out of your hand, and so running a little more land light has been okay for me so far. Also, the curve on this list is lower than it used to be.
Yeah.
So the Dismember, to explain the Dismember itself, is like it used to be quite common for Goblins to main deck Pyrokinesis, but in the current format, it's like I think it's partially because of Plague and Bowmaster. Is like you're seeing a lot fewer decks that are going wide. And it's more about building one tall threat. So, and specifically, it's a lot of Troll of Cause of Doom, and you need to be able to kill it.
Which that's a 6/4, right? Or 6/5?
It's a 6/5.
Okay, so you do get to kill it with the Dismember. That's nice.
Yeah, but you can't kill it with Pyrokinesis.
Oh, right. Okay. That 4 damage.
Yeah. So And a lot of times I was seeing like, against the initiative creatures, it'd be like, okay, pyrokinesis isn't actually killing multiple things. It's just like 0 mana, kill your seasoned engineer, which is good. But I do have to 2-for-1 myself, and like
at that point you might as well just be dismembering it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, interesting. Huh. It's good to know.
So I think the most suspicious card in this deck is the Sting Scourger, which is a card that I have
which is just a bounce effect, right?
famously hated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's got you on it now?
It's the trolls.
Okay.
It's the trolls.
It's a tutorable way to deal with the troll.
Yeah, and it sucks that they can just cycle it again. Yeah.
But they don't necessarily be able to reanimate it again,
Yeah, that's then they're paying 12 life to
right.
put their thing to play, and they're gonna just die if they do that.
They're gonna get twin shot,
Yeah, exactly. So it's the trolls. It's
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
Sorry, I just because I know we were talking about this, the sticker goblin. Saying any input as to if or where you would play it if you had it in paper. We were hoping we were going to actually have it to play today, but I think there's like issues with it online or something. So
so like they said that okay, we're releasing it this way, and everybody said that sucks. That doesn't anywhere approximate the way it works.
Right. I was reading something about that.
Basically they got the math wrong on like what are the actual odds of how much mana you're gonna get.
Right, because isn't it like in paper before you play it you would know how much mana you were gonna get?
Okay, so they're not fixing that. They don't have a way to fix that.
Okay.
So it's still going to be a roll on ETB. But before they had it, it was like weighted way lower. So the EV on mana was way lower. And so the way they're fixing it, and it's going to be unbanned on the 13th because it's currently banned in all formats because they didn't implement it right. So the fix is going to be on the 13th, I think. And basically it's like some chance of 4 mana, higher chance of 5 mana, some chance of 6 mana.
Okay.
Whereas originally when they implemented it, there's like you could even get 3, and there's no way for you to get only 3 mana in paper on the first copy. So it's still not perfect. They've compensated a little bit where in paper you're gonna know how much mana you make when the game starts.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big deal because it's like gonna affect your mulligans a lot, especially for like a super all-in turbo muxus. It's gonna be like, well, if you're
only making 4,
if I go like Ancient Tomb Spirit Guide, Mind Goblin, and then
and then you have to roll dice after, that would be messed up. So knowing
it's like, oh, I made 4 mana, okay,
my whole turn's
pass.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So, but because of the way it does work in paper, is it like a slam dunk, like definitely in the deck? In paper?
I mean, I think so. I've tested like turbo lists. I haven't played it in classic yet.
Okay.
I think it's pretty likely to make the cut.
Are you playing like one? You playing a couple?
Yeah, I'm probably playing it as a 1 of tutor target, and I'm suspecting I'm going to cut the second War Marshal because a lot of War Marshal's purpose right now is to combo with Skirk to get Muxus into play, and Mind Goblin will just do that, but also some other things.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Because I really like that Mind Goblin's really nice with Battle Cry as well. Even if you only make 4 mana, just like play it, make 4, Battle Cry, activate, swing for 7.
Oh, true. Wait, how big is the goblin? Is it a 2/2?
It's a 2/2, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah. And if you roll 6, then you could like
go
play another 2-drop in that, or you can double activate.
Yeah, man, the haste on this was a huge thing that I first read over. I was like, okay, it gets 1/0, sweet, and then I immediately went to pack tactics.
No. Haste is the reason to play it, and the big thing about Battle Cry compared to War Chief, is killing the Battle Cry doesn't save them, right?
Oh, right. The Lord effect is happening.
It just always happens. So Battle Cry is a really nice way to guarantee that you're going to get to swing with the whole team. Whereas War Chief, they could always like bolt at pre-combat, and then
then your combat math is way off. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Real quick, we'll just like run over a couple of interesting things. Opposition Agent, I thought that was pretty spicy. Haven't seen that in the Goblin sideboard. What are the main target matchups for this? Like
One of the worst
Doomsday or
matchups.
something?
Doomsday's fine. I mean, it's good against Doomsday if you resolve it fast enough, but
Yeah.
usually they cast Doomsday by that time you get it in play, so it's
Yeah.
less for Doomsday. It's actually for the Elvish Reclaimer decks.
Oh,
and like
okay.
Knight of the Reliquary and Crop Rotation.
Yeah.
Because one of Goblins is
Oh, you
worst.
like can't kill the Merit Lage easily, huh?
No, so I've got Sting Scourger for
Yeah.
Merit Lage. That actually is another reason for Sting Scourger
Yeah,
is,
that makes
is
sense.
Lage. But you'll see I also got a Dead Gun on my sideboard that is also for Merit Lage.
Gotcha.
But also there's a bunch of reasons I've been really liking Dead Gun. That's my new favorite sideboard card at the moment.
Oh, really? Okay. We'll talk about that one after opposition. Then.
Yeah. So Agent really messes up the green decks.
Okay.
Because if they
do a
can't
lot
crop
of
rotation,
searching.
then your wastelands get massively better.
Oh, true.
You get to snag targets off of Urza Sagas for free.
Yeah.
You get to and against lands, like you get to take their Pithy Needle and then needle their stage, or you know, take their expedition map and then get a wasteland.
Yeah. Okay, sick.
It's Agent's like a really messed up card in some matchups. Like there's Newton's deck, kind of Cradle Control, Fiend Artisan stuff. You know, it's kind of a green black natural order deck.
Does a lot
really
of searching.
Good against natural order.
Yeah.
So that deck is so bad against opposition agent because their deck is 4 Green Sun Zenith, 4 Elvish Reclaimer, 3 natural order, 4 Fiend Artisan.
Right.
None of those cards work with an opposition agent.
Yeah, this just and it blows out the natural order so badly.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And like, I think the last league I played against Maverick, and they go Green Sun for 4, and I agent them off of like 2 lands, a Skirk Prospector, and a Goblin in play. So like they did not see it coming. Awesome. and I stole their Grist, and it's just like, well, what are you gonna do?
That's a good card for Goblins to have access to. Yeah. Wow, that's all. Yeah, I'm so used to like mainly seeing this in like CDH and whatnot. Not
yeah. Oh, and I guess I should say people are kind of high right now on the Beseech the Mirror Storm stuff.
Oh yeah, I haven't played since that's come out.
Agent should be pretty good against that as well.
True. Yeah, Dead Gone.
Okay, so common problem.
Yeah.
Murktide Regent, huge pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Against the blue-black decks, whether that's Shadow or Blue-Black Scam, Reanimate is like their main. It's almost like their main threat. Like Reanimate is the card that puts their threats into play.
Yeah.
And allows them to replay their threats. So I want to board in Chalice of the Void. But you also need Pyroblasts to kill Murktide.
Right.
So, because the problem that can really happen is like you play your Chalice, they let it resolve, and then they play Murktide, and you can't Pyroblast their Murktide because of your own Chalice.
That was exactly something I was running into with the other deck. Yeah. I was bringing in Chalice, and I was like, I have to bring in Chalice for this matchup to put it on 1. It's so good, but it also turns off my best answers against them.
Yeah, so it was a huge problem.
Yeah.
And Dead Gone is just like such a nice split card because every mode is relevant because it's either Shock to kill the Plague Engineer, or it's Bounce Murktide or Troll. If you have a Chalice in play, they can't reanimate the Troll, and also if you have a Chalice in play, recasting the Murktide.
It's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder, right?
You gotta like spew a bunch of cantrips.
Right, like, and they may have already done that. So like, even if they can get the Murktide back into play, it's like maybe a 4/4, and you can kill it with Expert.
Right.
Or just race it.
Okay, interesting.
And so more just 1 mana removal for, you know, and I'll just board it against Delver, against any Elvish Reclaimer deck.
Just like any creature decks, right? Like
really any creature deck you can board it in. And
versatile.
The bounce mode is just pretty nice.
Yep. And then obviously we got Pyrokinesis for more creature decks.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see this over the Fury, just because like, so the only upside on Pyrokinesis is the fact it's an instant, right?
Yes.
Because otherwise Fury's just a mana cheaper, and also you get to hardcast it sometimes and you just get the body.
Yeah. So I value the instant speed an absolute ton.
Yeah.
And in my experience, you don't hardcast Fury very often to merit it over Kinesis, because Kinesis is much better against creature combo decks. So like Fury doesn't do anything against Cephalid Breakfast.
Right. Right.
But Pyrokinesis will actually stop them mid combo because you can Pyrokinesis all the Narc amoebas, and then they can't cast Dread Return.
That's nasty.
Um,
Yeah, that's really cool.
There's some finagling you have to do in order to keep their number of creatures
Low enough.
below 3, but
Yeah.
usually Pyrokinesis will clear it. If they only comboed from Nomads and
Right.
Illusionists, if there's a third creature in play when they started, then maybe
You're probably getting comboed.
yeah. But interacting with that is really important. Stopping. You often have to Pyrokinesis Elvish Reclaimer if it's active on the end step, because main phase removal doesn't do anything because they can just activate it and get Sejiri step.
Right.
So there's that. Against Oops All spells, that's a similar thing where you can Pyrokinesis the Narc. So if you have Sack Outlet.
Wow, I would not have thought to bring it in against them.
Yeah, so if you have like Prospector plus Pyrokinesis, you can stop Oops from casting Dread Return. Because you can sack Skirk to pop the Birch from Below that they play.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's sick. These are deep lines.
Yeah. Painter's another big one.
Yep.
Where like so it's like 2 of their most important lines. Where it's
Painters. That's
turn 1 Goblin Welder, turn 2 Goblin Engineer. You can Pyrokinesis with the Engineer trigger on the stack.
Yeah.
And you get both Welders, and they don't get anything into play. And then the other one is just like, if they just play a Painter and have a Grindstone, and then they try to Grindstone you, then you Pyre in response.
Yep.
Huge. Whereas if it's Fury, then you just die.
Right. Huh. Yeah, so, I mean, it makes sense in the Food Chain one just because of how Fury interacts with Food Chain. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that instant speed seems huge.
Yeah. And sometimes I think this is also another thing is where Food Chain, since it's more of a combo deck, it doesn't care about blockers that much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this deck very much does. So occasional instant speed blockers, Pyrokinesis can matter a lot.
Bowmasters, that's a big one.
Yeah, Bowmasters. So like against Delver, if you want to make it attack and then they flash and Bowmaster, ping, a 2 toughness creature, and then want to
block
one thing, block another thing, and then you get to Pyrokinesis before blocks, and maybe take out a Delver or DRC along the way. Like it's a lot better.
Yeah, it seems huge.
And also, just with all the reanimates in the format, I feel like Fury has become a bit of a liability, just sitting in your own graveyard. It's like,
I've had that happen. Yeah. That's a huge blowout. I've had that happen. I got turn 1 Thought Seized into having my Fury reanimated before.
Feels bad.
Yeah,
feels really
super
bad.
Killed me. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Other than those, I mean, we've got Moons mess with, lands, decks, and greedy mana bases. Mindbreak Trap. Any what's the Storm card that just got unbanned? It's good against that. And Beseech, true. Yeah. Interesting.
Mind's Desire.
It's like Mind's Desire just getting unbanned made me want more Storm hate. I've been running into a lot of Mind's Desire stuff.
Yeah, I've been liking the traps. I've been kind of I think of like the chalices and the traps as kind of like a package together.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they put different kinds of pressure on the opponent. Whereas if you show Chalice in game 2, then they're like, okay, I'm just gonna mulligan to the nuts and try to kill you on turn 1, and then they get trapped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
And like the reverse can happen as well, where it's like they slow play to they want to wait for a discard spell, and then you play Chalice, and there's like, well, fuck.
Yep.
So they work well together.
Sweet. And then just your blue hate, your graveyard hate, and then like I said, the chalices.
Yeah. So we're light on graveyard hate. I normally play 4 pieces of graveyard hate in Goblins as like a general rule, but Reanimator hasn't been super popular lately, and the matchup is kind of horrible and insanely cursed. And I would rather use
just board for other stuff.
Yeah, just board for other stuff and hope to dodge.
Is it normally just like for surgical, or are you playing like Fairy Macabres or something? What do you?
I usually play Leylines. I usually if I'm like actually respecting Reanimator, then I'll split like 3 Leyline, 2 surgical, to stretch their sideboarding. Where it's like if they're gonna board in Wear Tear and Serenity, then they have to cut some of the discard spells, and so maybe the surgical gets them.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, that's the deck. You ready to send a lead?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Let's do it. That's a good little deck tech there.
This is my first time playing Goblins on like actually being on a stream in like almost a year now. So
really, it's been that long.
It's been awesome. That long.
Gotta shake the rust off.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing on my own, so
yeah, of course,
not too rusty. But
yeah.
In terms of talking to the camera,
gotta shake slightly... the stream rust off.
Yeah. All right, it's a new season.
Still need to test Leyline against blue black.
Oh yeah,
interesting. I had done that. I think you were in the stream and suggested that last time.
To do that.
Yeah, and it worked out. It was super good against them. Yeah, I was really impressed. Like, cause I totally was not going to bring that in for that matchup, and we ended up bringing it in, and it really shut down their game plan.
Yeah, I do think if I had ley lines in my sideboard, it's tricky. It's like, what would I can't board in Chalice, Leyline, Red Blast, Dead Gone.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff instead of a functional deck against blue black.
Right.
So I'm wondering, like, I'd have to test what would I not board in if I wanted to board in ley lines, if I had them.
It does really feel like a serious curveball to their plan, though. Like, that felt like a worthwhile piece of interaction.
Yeah. Yeah, they really have to kill you with your own stuff, or find their like one or two of Brazen Borrower.
Right. And killing you with your own stuff, not super easy with this build. Like,
no,
we don't have those Furies.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe our opponent is on Death and Taxes.
Yep. Or Zod's Control with a Yorion companion. It feels like they'd be on D&D.
I think they top 8'd a challenge.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago. The name rings a bell. So I think I'm into keeping this. We got Tormund Vile into port.
Yep.
Sting Scourger kind of sucks in this matchup, except that it kills Kaldra, which is nice.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And you said what land am I leading on into the Vile?
We're fetching Mountain and playing Vile.
Oh, gotcha.
Basically, you almost always fetch Mountain first. You basically want one Mountain. Unless your hand is just like all redundant red sources. Then you can... This is one of those hands that's kind of funny where it's like kind of hope the opponent has an answer to the lackey because
you don't have anything to put in. Ooh, they didn't have their own Vile. That's nice.
Ooh, this port is gonna be time locked.
Yeah, about to be good.
Make sure. All right, let's make sure your stops are set for port. Right, so you're set for ports. So that's good.
Yep. I usually go pretty heavy-handed with stops.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I might ask for you to put a stop in your own draw step because sometimes you wasteland or port in your own draw step and then put it in War Chief or Battle Cry or some sort of burst damage. Like if they pass with mana up, then you can get them off of it.
I'm waiting for this at their end step, right? There's no reason to be doing this.
Oh yeah. Don't put it in now.
Sure. Bye planes.
Best draw. It's definitely Goblin Matron.
Oh yeah. I mean, or just like raw Muxus if they don't have this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matron is solid.
Probably have a plow.
Yep.
It'd be really nice if they had a Solitude because then you just get that clean 2-for-1.
True. Okay. Boop. Ugh.
Land is not ideal.
Yeah. Do we want to deploy a Wasteland here? Or just like
attack first?
Okay. Oh,
nice.
Okay. So we'll let this happen. We'll Sting Scourger. Here you go, opponent. You can have that one back. Sure. So yeah, what do you think? Wasteland or Badlands here?
I'd hide the Wasteland. I'd play Badlands.
Okay.
They might play a duel.
Yeah, we'll send it back.
This isn't relevant right now, but it could come up later. when you're porting,
Use this.
the yeah.
You saw I went to go do it, and then I was like, I'm not sure it'll really matter. Yeah. I was planning on doing that. All right, you got a Thalia. Now, are we just stinging this back into Wasteland?
No, I think Sting Scourger is earmarked for a germ token.
Okay. So then just take the turn back. Yep. Are we upticking or leaving it on 2?
We're gonna uptick, yeah.
Okay.
Because if you draw a matron, you want to just matron for Ringleader and immediately.
How about another Badlands?
How about another Badlands? I just Wasteland him and send it back.
Yep.
Chip damage from Thalia doesn't really matter.
Yep.
The other use case for Sting Scourger is to make Mother of Runes less annoying.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
And just reset the mom for a turn if you have to.
Yeah.
I'd also, if we have to use the Sting Scourger, we'd like to... Wasteland target.
Yeah.
We would really like to line it up with the Pashlik Mons, so you get to abuse Echo as a as a removal spell.
Interesting. Going up to 4 now because of Ringleader, or
yeah, I think we'll tick up to 4. Usually the best way to beat Death and Taxes is to Muxus them, so I think I just want to keep ticking Vial up so that... Oh my god.
Woo! I'm going to Wasteland him again.
Oh yeah.
We'll just keep playing this plan for now. Spells would be dope.
Yeah, spells would be really cool.
Yeah. Just like any of them at this point.
I prefer not Goblin Pile Driver. That card's pretty bad against Thalia.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not stellar.
Oh, they don't have land.
Yeah. Hopefully.
They're not going to attack because they're scared.
Interesting.
Nice.
Okay. This would be a good time to draw those spells. And you said just keep sending it up because at this point we're just trying to get a Muxus in play. We could like hard cast Matron into just like Vile Muxus in next turn,
Well, if we draw Matron this turn, we're not going to cast it because we'd rather...
No, I'm saying next turn.
Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking about if we draw a Ringleader...
Yeah.
It's a little awkward because we don't want to stop porting them. Though they've had 2 mana and they haven't done anything with it, so maybe it's actually fine. So yeah, I think we just tick up.
Okay.
Bad if we draw Sling Gang, I guess.
Yeah. Or Ringleader a little bit. Do you want to just send the Ringleader here, like you were saying?
I think we should.
Okay. Does it matter?
Does not matter.
Name a
Play
goblin.
around Spirit Guide, Mana Tithe.
Yeah, right. Blowout.
Okay, there's Matron. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
So that's Muxus next turn.
Yeah, so they need to rip land and then Skyclave the Vial to not die next turn, basically.
Yep. They did find land.
What?
Oh no. Need to Skyclave the Vial. No.
That's all right. We have enough lands that we can just cast the Muxus.
Okay. Yeah, that's true actually. So next turn we're just gonna like deploy dudes.
Yeah, Matron plus Prospector probably.
Yeah, okay. I can say I guess we could Matron plus Port.
Oh yeah, that's actually bad. Well, yeah, we probably don't want them to cast like a Recruiter.
Yeah.
Playing the Skirk plays around
Wasteland.
But if they Wasteland, then you can just play the Skirk and sack Matron Ringleader, and yeah, so just Matron, yeah.
Yes, I would like Muxus, and we'll say go.
It's the kind of game to show
always be porting.
This is the game to show to somebody when they're like, "Why is Rashad importing your deck?"
Yeah, true.
It's been like completely insane this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really has. It was backed up by 2 Wastelands, but yeah, no, it's been crazy.
Normally, Death and Taxes doesn't care that much about Wasteland, but it's like a little extra pressure. Okay, so nothing. So what does that say about their hand?
More removal, maybe?
more removal.
Oh, sniper's kind of sick.
I wish I was coming into play for free, but sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. I mean, we're just slamming here,
Yeah. I'm not gonna let my paranoia over main deck Containment Priest like overcome me.
Because like we could play Prospector first and then sack a thing, and then
like,
if they
hold
have
up the
Priest,
twin
we
shot.
could kill it.
Yeah, no. I just slam the Muxus.
Okay. The decision has been made. Big money? Oh, it's lagging. That means big money. Oh, yeah. Whenever you want it to lag, you know? These triggers not particularly important. Ordering wise, I don't believe.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll take all of those real quick.
All right, we've got to think about, are they dead?
Are they dead right now?
Because we do have a Prospector.
Oh wow, we did hit the Prospector. Oh wow. Because we can War Chief. Oh, they're like probably dead, right? Let's see.
It's like, is it even worth it going for all that?
Yeah, we're probably supposed to just pass, right? Like, how could they deal with this board? And then next turn we just
get to play the second Prospector because you just give it for free off of the War Marshal.
Oh, sack War Marshal.
Die. Yeah.
Should it be that and not one of the? Well, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
I guess play the Lackey.
I was like getting a Lackey in play.
Yep. Yeah, you could sack 3 dudes for War Chief for sure. But I'm not sure opponent can do anything like like if they go Plow and then land Solitude, they're still gonna die.
Right. You think we just pass?
Yeah, I think you just pass. Okay. Just don't F6 because of slinging.
Yeah. That was pretty good Muxus.
That was a pretty good Muxus.
Yeah. I would say above average.
Yeah. It was generate 9 mana.
Oh.
And draw 3 cards plus draw 4 cards.
Plague Engineer could be interesting.
We get to sack some stuff and then twin shot it, so it would suck, but
yeah,
not
just
bad.
sacking this to itself. Yeah. Yep.
Also, we haven't seen any fetch lands, and we saw Field of Ruins, so there's basically no chance opponent is on the Black Splash.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Field of Ruins almost inexclusively mono white taxes card.
That's good. You're going 100% off their name, which is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, okay.
We've got the Prospector.
Yep. Unlock.
Yep. Interesting. Not equipping.
Well, they probably know.
Oh, they want to port us?
I guess.
Okay.
I think we have approximately 1 billion mana.
Yeah.
So.
And
they have a second Plow. They have a second Plow.
Okay. So start with War Chief.
Yeah.
They get to plow that, I guess.
They're forced to plow the Muxus to not die here.
Yeah, okay.
Tap the port. Or you want red sources?
Yeah, true.
Then we go.
I guess I play the Badlands.
Oh yeah, play the Badlands. So then we go Sting Scourger, bounce the Thalia.
Are we sniping here?
Hardcast Twin Shot.
Yep.
Get a 1/1.
Huge. And then here comes Swords. Swords on Muxus.
Yep.
That's just gonna happen.
I guess you could sack it for a red, but I think they're dead anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't done the math. Swing all.
Yep.
Don't think too hard.
Yep.
This matchup can go to time, so definitely got to be a little careful.
Yeah, I'm definitely behind on clock too. 2.
Okay, so yeah, I guess put Skirk into play or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't matter.
Seiko. Can you beat it? Can you beat it? That black splash looking pretty good right now.
For the record, they would die if they still.
They
had
would
Blake
still
in
die.
their
Yeah.
Just expert it and move on with life.
Yep. I'm gonna decline.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you know what?
It just makes you do it twice. All echo costs you have to click no twice. I don't know
Why?
It's like a weird bug. It's just been happening for a while.
I'm just gonna kill this and.
Yep. Yep.
It's nice that they give you 2 chances to echo. The echo in case you missed the first, I guess.
I like that it says Orzhov controls being attacked by 14 cards.
It's just too many to count at this point, or to name them. All right, so we definitely want Pyro. And
Dead Gone. And Opposition Agent.
Oh, for Stoneforge stuff?
Stoneforge and Recruiter.
Oh, yeah, Recruiter too, huh? True. Okay, cool. What are we cutting?
Pile Driver's the worst card.
Yep.
Out. And then I usually trim to Lackeys.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a tough one to connect with, huh?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty clean. Yeah, no food chain in this build. I wanted, having Lackey on here with me, I wanted to play his take on goblins. Try the other side of goblins, the original style of goblins.
I mean, Goblin Food Chain got Goblin Recruiter banned in Legacy, and
well, that card's just stone broken. So
it was a vintage deck. It kind of is a vintage deck. It just doesn't need Food Chain anymore.
Right. What do you think of this hand?
It's fine.
It's got a lot of removal pieces. Like, I like that.
Yeah, I like that it handles Mom on the draw, which is usually something we can struggle against. Draw on Mom. We got Stoneforge Answer.
We just looking for like a Mountain Skirk here.
Yeah. There's a little argument that you want. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Mountain Skirk. It can be a little awkward where it's like, if you fetch out a mountain and then you play your cavern and you don't use the expert immediately, and then your opponent wastelands your cavern, then you wish you had a black source, but
yeah. Interesting.
Deal.
Yep.
So let's get to expert that, and then if they...
I was gonna say, what if they Solitude?
Well, then you sack whatever they're targeting for a red and then dismember.
Sick.
You could...
Ooh,
oh, jeez.
That's nice.
Hold on.
Does that change anything? Are we supposed to just like overpower the Cauldron now?
I mean, we can always Sting Scourger or dismember the Cauldron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is
if we
tough.
if we have the land on top, we could muck.
If we have the land on top, yeah. Because I'm a little worried if we kill the Stoneforge, then they probably can Skyclave the Prospector.
Yeah.
So it's like, do we want them to spend the mana getting Cauldron to play?
Right.
It's pretty bad problem with letting Cauldron hit play is that it makes future Flicker Wisps and future Yorion really dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just expert the Stoneforge.
Okay. Go with the little safer line.
Yeah.
Also, that whole line you were talking about with the black mana, kind of safe to just like.
Yeah, exactly. I want to use it when you can.
I'm just gonna get in here, I assume.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That Muxus was a spicy draw.
And if we draw a land... Yeah, okay.
Sure.
I might sack the Skirk and...
Dismember it right now.
Dismember right now.
Is that good?
Just like depends on... it's like they have a dead card in their hand, which is why I kind of want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it.
And you just want to get the 2/2 out of the way.
That's what I'm thinking. So we can just like keep applying pressure and.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of deal 1 damage, but.
Yeah, I mean, but then you're gonna play 2 1/1s, you know.
I think, yeah, I think we go with it. Because this is also the same argument before. This is also a pretty scary flicker.
Yes, exactly.
Effect. Port's gonna make things awkward. Oh. Are we Marshall or are we Crater Maker in here?
I think Marshall.
Okay.
It's better if you draw another Skirk.
Yeah, true.
Generally, I don't want to play out Crater Maker until there's something to use it on, because like you want to like create the dynamic where it's like you have a Crater Maker target in play, and you have a Crater Maker sitting there, and you have a mana up, and it's just like when that's happening, they can't use removal on the Crater Maker without 2 for themselves.
Right.
Ooh, that's bad for us.
That is not good. Hey, thanks, Fisk. That is not ideal. Though we're not getting ported. And there's that Flicker Wisp, which I guess gets to just kill our token.
Yep,
wow. Not flickering the expert. Bold move. Interesting move. Just obviously not paying that. Get to click it
not
twice.
Paying it twice.
Love it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna contradict everything I just said
and just play that Crater Maker.
Because we just need the body.
And I just send in here, yeah.
Oh yeah. You happily make that trade.
Yeah. I guess I technically should have attacked first, but whatever.
Yeah.
I decided to just give them all kinds of information first, you know.
All right. They were never blocking.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Okay.
No play. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Not interested in doing anything there.
No.
Ooh. A little late, but not the worst here, right?
Get to attack.
Yeah.
Attack first.
Yep.
In case they play Containment Priest.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
All right. Vile's definitely one of our better draws.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely a little slow, and this Flicker Wisp is it's good. It's got us on a reasonable clock, but we do have the Crater Maker that can pop it here.
Yeah, if they have natural GT, that would really suck.
That would be bad.
That would be very bad.
That would be bad.
Looks
okay,
like
they don't. That's good.
So they didn't add Yorion. This is probably a Solitude.
Just hard cast Solitude.
Yeah, that's definitely what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're not porting us. So what does that mean?
We just attack and then Crater Maker the Solitude, I think.
Okay. I guess doesn't matter too much. Alrighty.
I think you wasteland them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotta just do it now. I mean,
yeah.
Okay. We're just like leading fully into the vial at this point.
Yeah. I don't want them to be able to go like Recruiter for a thing plus play it. I don't want them to hardcast another Solitude, and I don't want them to hardcast Batterskull.
It just like intuitively it was weird. I didn't think to like wasteland my 5 land opponent when I'm on 2 lands, but yeah.
Well, it's like it's basically one of those things where it's like you don't want to let your opponent get the choice.
Yeah.
Because if they are not going to use the mana, then they're just going to port you.
Right.
Okay. All right, keep going.
Gonna attack you.
We know one of the cards in hand is dead. It is Cauldron in hand.
Yeah. Dead until they find 2 more lands.
Well, then we can Sting Scourger.
Yeah.
The germ.
Oh boy.
Another
This is not great. Yeah.
Okay.
We might
Really
be on
awkward.
Sting Scourging here now, huh?
It's really, really awkward that we can't decline on Sting Scourger. I would love to block.
I mean, is it not completely unreasonable to like Sting Scourger? Oh yeah, we can't.
No,
get
then the
this
Whisper
flicker.
Vial, you can't. You're not allowed to do that.
So am I just taking this?
Yeah, you just take it.
Oh god. Yeah, I didn't think about
Gotta draw Pyrokinesis.
Oh yeah, Pyro would be good.
Pyro would be very good. Canonist, okay.
Sure. Are we ever? I mean, is this just fully on Cauldron?
Okay, so put the Sting Scourger the Canonist, and if you top deck Lackey, you probably win. Because then Hasty Lackey off with War Chief will mux this into play.
Okay. So Lackey. So Scourge
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. This goes up.
Yeah.
So we can put the War Chief into play. No twice, and we draw Lackey. Damn. That's probably death then.
Yeah, we're just dead to the Wisp.
Yep.
It's close actually.
That
One
was
more turn and we get the Sling Gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was an out there, I think. Anything change? Play draw.
I don't think so.
Okay. I wasn't sure if like maybe you're more interested, even though Lackeys are bad, like being on the play, if that makes you want any more of them over anything else.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 damage from the Dismember definitely mattered.
I mean, I still think we were fine to use it there. Like they did have the Flicker Wisp, you know, like
yeah.
Definitely did matter.
I usually like mana heavy hands consistent taxes, but this is about as mana heavy as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish
it does make everything we draw like very reasonable, you know. Like.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep.
I know. I'm even it looks rough, but I'm leaning keep too.
Yeah, I think we just fetch immediately.
Okay. Just to get as many lands out of the deck as we can.
Yeah. Just fetch. Do
you want to get the Badlands?
Just get a mountain. Okay. We'll keep the second fetch around to get Badlands in case we draw Agent.
Okay.
That's the only like black non-goblin.
Yeah. Vial Gaming. Oh, they have the better vials. Damn.
Yeah. I'm quite worried about our clock here.
We'll be fine. Okay.
All right.
Well, do that. And just play another mountain.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Six. Really want to draw a Goblin Matron.
Oh yeah, Matron would be sick. Well, what's your if we rip Matron? What's your grab?
Well, now kind of has to be Expert.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would probably actually just play War Chief and then next turn try to go nuts with the Matron off of Vial on 3. Just accept the Cauldron being in play. Pashlik.
Okay.
I think we're just going War Chief attack.
Okay.
Pashlik is a key part of racing Cauldron.
Why is that?
Pashlik plus Sling Gang is a really good way to win the race.
True.
Because now if we draw Matron, we're probably going to Matron for Matron and then get Sling Gang. Okay, so they don't have a land, I think. In which case, we're definitely winning the race. We'd be a little bit worried about Thalia. It depends on... It's like annoying. It's like Thalia... Okay, they do have land. All right. So we can kind of read no plow because they would have gone wasteland,
Right.
plow.
Just
All right,
gonna go
vials
up
coming
on
up.
both these.
Yeah, yeah. If we draw Slinging, they're just like gonna die. Ooh, Ringleader.
That's
All
not
right.
bad.
Yep. Cavern. Or maybe we fetched a thin. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
maybe
about
it was
the life could matter, and then cast Ringleader.
Am I sending here or no?
Cast Ringleader first. You have 3 mana.
Oh, that's mana less. I forgot. The one less mana is so big. I'm like, cool. That'll be sick for next turn.
Ooh, holy shit.
Okay. Now I can attack, right?
Violent. I think we were attacking with Pashlik, so Violent Pashlik.
Okay. And then we've got the munitions ready.
Yeah, to kill Athalia. And I think if they had Solitude, they would have Solituded the War Chief already.
And I'm just swinging out.
Oh yeah, you hit for 6.
They might be solituding here. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, okay. They might be thinking they want to Solitude Pashlik. Nope. Okay.
All right.
It's like
Those were some good hits.
those were good hits. Okay, I think they're just dead now.
Through us doing what?
Matron Sling Gang.
Oh.
You can actually matron 3 times.
Matron, get matron. Okay. Am I leaving one of the vials on 3 then? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you go Violent 4 and 3.
Oh, violent 4 and 3 and then cast. Okay.
Yeah, you can cast one, cast another one, Violent another one, Violent Sling Gang.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Because we can read that we know that they don't have plow unless they drew it this turn. Because on the previous turn they went tap 2 planes to put in the Stoneforge plus Wasteland. You would definitely cast plow over Wasteland.
Yep.
So they could Skyclave something here, which would slow us down. But I think they're still gonna die, regardless. Potentially Matron for Battlecry might end up better, like a more reliable way to close the game this turn.
Okay.
If they kill the War Chief.
Oh,
if they Skyclave War Chief. If they Skyclave actually if they Skyclave
So I'm not supposed to do anything with this here, right? Like I mean, this is kind of the window to use it if we want to clear out this blocker.
Yeah, I would kill the blocker. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they have like a Flicker Wisp, they might protect the Stoneforge.
Yeah.
It also tells us if they might have Natural Batterskull. Okay, they don't have Natural Batterskull.
Okay.
All right, so opponent, this is your shot to do something. But I think either choice they make, they're dead.
Yeah, I mean they have 5 cards in hand. There could be some deep interaction in there.
But just based on the way the game's played out, I don't think it's likely for them to have like Plow plus Solitude.
Yeah.
Okay, so War Chief, sure.
So now we're probably going for the. Oh, actually, well, we can just do the. Wait.
Well,
I'm still taking them both up, right?
Well, if we're getting Battlecry, we want to leave one on 2.
Right. So am I leaving this on 2, or are we going for the?
Actually, maybe double. Well, if we're battle crying, then double 3 is probably correct because then you can matron for matron and then battle cry plus activate.
Matron. Or matron.
With 2 vials on 3.
Matron. Play battle cry. Play land. Activate battle cry.
Make sure to play land first if that's the
Yeah,
Let's do some math.
They're at 12.
That'd be 2, 4. How many attackers is it? Is the question? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because 6 attackers plus the token.
Plus the token, right? So 7. I mean, it's a ton of damage.
It's a ton of damage. I'm just thinking about Skyclave in response.
That takes out 1 plus
a blocker.
Yeah. Plus. Once I make this decision, they're gonna port us.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm actually not
okay. So I think Sling Gang is probably the better line. So we'll go 3 and 4.
Okay.
Slinging is also better if the game extends a turn.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Interesting. All right, so matron.
Play the land.
Yeah, play the land. Matron for matron slinging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get Badlands here. Matron here. Cast matron slinging.
Cast. You cast the matron first. And if you want to get really fancy about it, we can. Okay, this is Skyclave. Wisp. Because they're going to flicker the vial on 4. Okay.
Okay. Now what? Do we still just get another matron?
Yeah.
And then
attack with Ringleader Expert.
Yeah. Okay. Just say go, yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Free vial. Yeah, I mean, we're real close to killing him here.
Oh, matron slings lethal before. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Dan's right in the chat. Scared money.
Yeah.
We could just attack first and then respond to the vial by matron for slinging, and then you can just kill them purely outside of combat.
Oh, okay. That previous turn right there was
they were
just
dead,
attack. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't just doing the math, but yeah, it is 12 damage because every goblin is 2 damage except for the last one.
Right.
And we definitely had enough because it's 6 off of slaying, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, they were dead. Yeah.
I think we still got him in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I don't. There's not really a way for them to get out of this.
I'm just going like end step for sling here, right?
Yeah. Block the germ with the matron, and then the first strike trigger it'll trigger Pashlik, and you get to kill the wisp.
That's sick. And you just like that as a safer line here.
Yeah, because we're just going to have more than enough.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so this gets Skyclave.
Did we kill them around a Skyclave? Extraction specialist.
Okay.
Which can get back Stoneforge?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's matron slinging.
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Maybe they already have it.
Maybe, yeah. But then the Skyclave.
I think we still get this.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Battlecry is better. I keep not doing the math, and maybe that could cost us the game.
Because that thing has lifelink, doesn't it?
It doesn't matter. Like, as soon as the Sling Gang enters the battlefield, they're dead. Also, we get to activate Pashlik now if they do anything.
Oh, true.
We just get to sack whatever they target. And that's effectively 5 damage, which is kind of sick.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, presumably they'll target the Pashlik, so it's 3 damage, but still.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Oh, let's pick it up. Nice. Yeah, see, we were fine on time.
Yeah, so
3 minutes to spare.
We did have lethal the turn earlier, but just tunnel visioned a little bit.
Dude, this is one of those decks. The lines go deep.
Oh yeah, the lines go very deep.
So like I'm like historically not a big combat math enjoyer, but like I got really into Hammer somewhat recently in Modern, and that's been giving me some introduction into combat stuff, and Goblins is kind of another step that's been helping me with that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of little combat stuff that comes up with Goblins, like just in that game, the using your opponent's first strike as a removal spell.
Yeah, that was sick. Also, I didn't mention it. Anytime you need a break in between matches or whatever, just let me know. I don't know if you want to take one now or if you rest or water or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water.
Yeah, okay. We'll be right back. 'Cause I got the same. My water's low. We'll be right back, and we'll keep playing this league. And we're back. That was a good start. We got to show who the real Vile deck was,
And remember we kept Vile, War Chief, 5 lands.
Yeah, and it got there.
Ringleader is a hell of a card.
Mm-hmm.
That is sort of
that was a hot Ringleader.
The way the deck is built really is like you float out a bit and then you draw Ringleader and then all of a sudden you can use all of your mana.
Like.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. Like, you have to make room. There's just only
room.
so much room. We're already on 61 cards.
Yeah. I would not mind playing a 3rd Ringleader in the current metagame because the games can, I think,
get grindy
look like that more often than usual. But I really like the second. It's like the mana sinks are all in different places, right? Like I like having mana sinks all along the curve. This is a nice hand.
As somebody without Goblins experience, I mean, I thought that match felt pretty close. It didn't feel like it was like super lopsided or anything.
D&T is mono white D&T. I think the matchup's pretty strong for Goblins. The black white version is obviously harder, not just because of Bowmaster, but the thought seizes matter. Okay, Bayou Pass.
Yeah, how do you like sequencing this?
What does that mean? So this could be Turbo Depths, which would be really bad. It could be Newton's deck. I think it's like, what are the chances that it's a blue deck that just happens to play one Bayou and lead on Bayou?
You want to lead on Mountain.
Kind of want to lead on Mountain.
Yeah.
If we get Fold, we're sad.
Yeah.
But could also be Nick Fit. Okay. All right. Never punished. it's really important to lead on mountain against the crop rotation decks usually, so it's just very high upside. Okay.
Some punishing fire business.
I'm really confused about what we're playing against now.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled though. Punishing fire is kind of. I mean, they could just kill it again, I guess. If they had another red source. I mean, do we still just deploy this, or are you interested in like porting them? Port's not very good against this, but
I kind of want to force him to have a second red source.
Yeah, just send him.
Yeah, play. I think.
You cut out there. Play what?
Play port.
Okay.
Might be wrong, but I think showing the port is fine. And since we have a second copy, I wouldn't mind it if they wastelanded it, because then you get to port them after they wasteland you.
Yeah, we just turn our port into a wasteland. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, second red source. So what the fuck is...
That's just Jund punishing fire.
That's not
a deck
thing.
from... It was a thing like 10 years ago. And they play like Bloodbraid Elf and Bobs. Like, it was a thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's just a full decade ago. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably not a matchup we were interested in seeing.
I mean,
that's good against that.
That is good against that. I think we're gonna Matron for Ringleader though.
Okay. Do you want to do second port or
play the Cavern? I think.
Okay.
Still don't know what we need to be fetching for yet, so like presumably like old Punching Jund played not always 4 wastelands.
Yeah.
So if they end up like go like wasteland plus loam, then it's like, okay, then we definitely need to get the second basic. But if not, then we can just probably get Badlands to have a second black source. And maybe cast this just Dismember without paying all the life.
You've seen how much extra life I pay when I have access to ancient tombs and whatnot.
I swear to God, if I don't cast Tarmogoyf.
I thought it was going to be Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah. Minsc and Boo is just the Bloodbraid Elf of 2023.
Well, they're probably not going to attack, because then they would lose.
Or they will attack.
Okay, sure. So now we get to crack back. Oh, no.
No, because then I mean,
4.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah, we don't get to kill it. Like, are we supposed to just have, like... Ooh.
That's close, but no cigar.
Yeah. Are we supposed to, like, have the Dismember up? Like, are we expecting them to uptick again?
Well, even if they downtick, then we get to... or we get to Dismember in response.
I forgot you get to do it in response. Okay, so that means... Are we going for port, or are we going for, like...
Maybe definitely want to develop
Yeah.
Marshall.
So we could go like here, Marshall, and then be able to like Dismember paying black off Badlands.
I think you want to save the fetch still. I think.
Okay. So just another port then.
Yeah, play the port. And then Cavern, port, play the War Marshal. Yeah.
Send it Minsc.
Yeah.
I'll try to play it a little bit of a quicker clip here so we're a little less stressed on time. It's hard playing a deck like this and also co-streaming. Time's going to be a factor in like all these matches, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and send back. Would you like to make another boo?
Really nice of them.
That would be so kind of you. All right, it's not this time.
So probably going to plus again. Sure.
Okay.
It's annoying.
Yep. We could still probably kill him, maybe with twin
Yeah, we can
shot
kill.
here.
Yeah, we can kill the Minsk. Attack for 2 plus twin shot.
I mean, they have 3 mana follow up here. They can
True.
punishing fire. They could throw. They just
kind of doubt. Oh, really?
Fire right away.
Draw munitions expert.
Huh.
Okay. This is such a weird
Deck.
yeah, it is a weird deck. If we draw expert, then we just get to kill the Minsk outright. Which is, yeah, War Marshal is Echo is pretty bad here.
Shoot. So we're not killing Minsk.
Probably not. Okay, land is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we play the fetch.
You'll play the fetch here? Okay.
Yeah, I'll play the fetch here, attack Minsk, and then when shot
the hamster?
The hamster, yeah.
Ugh.
Feels bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing Loam is probably somewhere in their deck, and
yeah,
it's probably
we just kind of have to hope.
Big issue if
Hope
they find
not.
it.
Expert would have been such a good draw.
Mm-hmm. Pew. We can. Nope. Still not with the punishing fire.
Yeah, the fire is really. Okay, no wasteland.
You know, I haven't really been on a creature deck while being on the receiving end of a punishing fire.
I swear to God, if they cast him to Turok, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's pretty brutal being on this side of the punishing fire.
I mean,
it's slow. It's super slow, but
so slow, yeah.
But when it
really
is backed up by something like Minsk that's keeping us off balance,
it's kind of we got punished pretty hard for playing Matron instead of porting them. But I don't know. I'm not ever playing around Minsk there.
No seas. No seas. No seas. Ugh. Brutal.
It's top deck. Oh, but you know what's really good is Battlecry Goblin. That's actually our best draw by a mile.
Oh yeah, that just kills him.
Yeah, just kills the Minsk and presents some value. Either Vile.
That one's pretty bad.
That one's pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna deploy the hand, I guess, and send there and port them.
Yeah.
But
well, you can do a thing with port here is where you can port the red source in response to Grove.
Oh, Grove it.
No. So they activate Grove, and then you port. Or
no, they can still just like float it and then they pick it up.
No, what am I thinking of? There is a port trick here. I'm just trying to remember it because it's so long. But against punishing fire.
Is there something you can do?
Oh no, you can't. No, it's when they cast punishing fire.
You port the Grove.
You port the Grove. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at this point, I think it still is just port the Badlands, like in upkeep. They have to punishing fire right away, which is whatever.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like if we board here, they just pick it up and then they have their mana free. Whereas if we do it this way, if they want a punishing fire, they have to make that decision.
Yep.
It's almost dire. It is almost dire of Sanity Brutal. Oh my god. I almost lost my mind that stream, dude. Turn 1 Sire of Insanity twice, and I lost both of those games.
Yeah, it's because Sire of Insanity is bad.
Is apparently just garbage.
It is total garbage.
That Mississippi River deck is sure something.
Not good.
That deck's got to be okay against goblins, though, right? Like,
I have not lost to that deck yet.
How? What can you do against it?
You wasteland and port them while putting stuff into playoff lackey.
Right, because you're playing a build with wasteland and port. Right? Fair. Didn't think about that.
Like literally lackey and to port you, they cannot win.
Yep. No, that adds up. I think this game is lost at this point. Being empty-handed against an inactive Minsk.
Pretty unlikely, yeah. You could ringleader into like...
I was thinking if the Vial had some counters on it, maybe we'd be in it. But
Yeah, I mean, you could ringleader into like Muxus, Skirk, some combination thereof to like just put the Muxus into play on the following turn. I'm really curious. I just want to know more about what the opponent. What the fuck?
they're reanimating of all of the options there. They're picking Matron, the one.
Do they have a goblin?
Do they have a goblin? They have a goblin. Wow.
Okay.
They had a goblin.
Deck info acquired, I guess.
Yeah. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick him up.
You can.
I'm gonna pick him up there.
Okay. Blood Moon should be very good.
Yes. Magus worse.
Magus is worse,
but probably still worth bringing in, right? I mean,
well, you want definitely. So we want Blood Moon. We want Dead Gone.
Magus being worse because of punishing fire is something they can cast under a moon effect, and it still just kills the Magus.
They also probably have maybe a lightning bolt or two.
Yeah.
They also might have Fury. Like if they're playing Reanimate.
Are we trying to like bring in surgicals then? Like they have Reanimate and punishing fire.
Yeah. I think 2 surgical, and I don't mind boarding in. I think against any deck with mana dorks, I usually like Pyrokinesis.
Yeah.
But we're on the play, so let's go Dead Gone, 1 Pyrokinesis. Let's do those 5.
Okay.
And then
let's see.
Sting Scourger's bad.
Do you like the Crater Makers?
Yeah, Crater Maker against a Plague deck.
Oh yeah. Okay, true.
Prim 1.
What do you do?
Probably 1 Prospector, and then 1 Lackey. The games are probably going to go a little longer.
Okay.
And probably cut the Pile Drivers. This is probably not a Pile Driver matchup.
Okay.
You're probably not going to hit critical mass on Pile Driver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This seems fine. It's possible you want the 3rd Lackey over the 2nd Surgical.
How prevalent in the format right now would you say the pro blue on Pile Driver is? Like,
I like this hand.
Yeah.
It comes up a lot in the Murktide matchups.
And that's pretty much it, right?
It can't get bounced by Teferi, and if you cavern it can't get hydroblasted. Those things do come up as well.
Oh, that's nice.
And another thing that happens is it swings through Atraxa.
Ooh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, and then if you have like a Skirk or something, you can like sack that thing, the Atraxa blocks. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Badlands Vial.
I'm leading on Lackey because they're playing 2 mana removal, and the Lackey.
Oh, okay. You want that attacking right then and there. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
It's also because if they lead on a mana dork,
we can kill it if we want.
I think I would just let Lackey eat the mana dork in combat and then play Lackey and wasteland them.
You mean play Vial and wasteland them?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Because if this Lackey dies, then the game just resets, right? You just wasteland them and play Vial.
Yep.
But this is just like a really high upside.
Ooh. We in there? All right. Ring later.
Yep.
Ringing.
Oh, nice.
And you're getting wastelanded.
Yeah. Could have a troll.
Yeah, Cycle Troll. Nope, maybe they have nothing, and they just lose the game. Gets past Brazen. Oh, getting past Brazen, bouncing it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
All of the goblins get past Brazen. But that one, they can't bounce. Ooh, and no Thoughtseize here. All right, well, they're just dead.
I think they're just dead, yeah. Unless they got the top deck Fatal Push. Like, even if they Thoughtseize here, they're still, like, just going to be so far behind.
Hey, 90s, thank you.
Hey, Chris, thanks for the raid.
Appreciate that.
All right, play the land first, just in case there's some blocker.
Just to have twin shot ready to go.
Yeah.
We'll get in. Muxus time, please. One time, Muxus. Hello. Oh my God.
Yes.
There are a few things in Legacy that feel better than putting a Muxus into play. Those are not the best hits.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. You just choose no. You target themselves and then choose no.
Oh, okay.
You have to choose a target, but
gotcha. It is a pay. Oh, I hit no on Matron. Oh my God. That's bad. All right, that was a little bit of a whoopsie. That's okay. We didn't need it. Do you want to
sack a expert and play Pashlik? I think.
Sack an expert pay. Okay. I'm gonna grab this first. Just Badlands again at this point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's no way they're allowed to wasteland this game.
Yeah. Sack an expert.
If they're at the stage of where they're wastelanding us, the game we've already lost.
Right. So go. Yeah, getting a matron trigger would have been nice, but who needs it? So
the thing that this tells me is that they kept a hand with Punishing Fire and a Plague Engineer, and they thought that would just win the game.
Yep.
That's what this is.
Which on
me.
The play,
yeah, when they're on the play, that's a lot better.
It would have been pretty good. Cool. It was a power move. Yeah, it was entirely a power move, intentional. I think probably just keep it the same here, right? Are you interested in like more pyrokinesis or something?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Well, it's not letting me move anything. There we go. Like these were the other two cards we were like kind of eyeballing. Magus being pretty poor against the removal still, but having more answers to Plague might not be that bad.
We've got Dead Gone, Dismember, and then Twin Shot and 2 Crater Makers as 2 durable answers. And Pashlik can also serve as an answer because you can like cast a Mogwai Marshal with a Pashlik in play and a Plague Engineer in play, and it's just like deal 2 damage, make a 1/1.
Yeah. Okay. We'll run it back then. Very goblin-y hand.
I'll let you figure this one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mulligan.
Ooh, this is nice.
What do you like throwing back here?
I think toss the expert.
Okay, you like keeping the Crater over the expert.
Yeah, because we might want to dismember a Mana Dork. We'll keep the Crater as a Plague answer later.
Would you dismember a Mana Dork over playing an Aether Vial here?
Probably not, honestly. Just given like what are they going to cast for 3 mana that we're going to be like if they like play a Grist, then it's like annoying, but
all right. So I'll probably just Mountain Vial.
Mountain Vial. Yeah. I guess we'll see if they're playing Greenstone Zenith or not. We have not been able to identify that yet.
Yeah.
Because if the Greenstone for Oof, and then we get to dismember the Oof and like make them think that the vials are locked down when they're actually not, that's probably pretty good.
Looks like maybe. Oh. Okay, they're Witherbloom combo. Okay. Well, Dismember's good.
Yeah.
Huh.
We have some choices here.
Yeah, because I really don't want to tap out of the Dismember at this point. That's interesting.
Good. Well, the question is, we could. The fact that they played Wasteland is really interesting because it might mean they don't have another land because we could go Dismember the Mana Dork, Wasteland the Bayou, and they might just be totally stuck.
Yeah, but then they're potentially a black source away from winning the game at any point.
Yeah, but we just need one turn.
Yeah, and then we can Crater Maker it. Yeah, that's true.
So
that's kind of spicy. I actually kind of like that.
It's like, why would they
play
the Wasteland?
Yeah. I think we go for that. I mean, that's like exactly like that. We only need one turn.
Yeah.
So as long as they don't have exactly, I think we go for it.
Oh, you kill Dismember plus Surgical Witherbloom is also interesting, but I like going for the Mana here.
I think that they can kill us pretty reasonably.
Without the combo.
Without the combo.
We'd much rather have the surgical for P fire later.
Some people are asking, do we surgical the Bayou?
No.
For information.
No.
So like we could go Wasteland and then surgical before making the dismember decision.
I really don't like that.
Yeah. Just because this is like an effective piece.
Yeah.
Using it just for that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for us. Land? All right, cool.
Nice.
And now we can go Crater Maker plus Aether Vial.
Yeah.
I'll go Aether Vial off this.
Yep.
Do I just say go first though?
Yeah.
I think so.
See if they go like land in themselves.
Yeah, right, exactly. You taking this? Nope. Alright. Well.
Yeah, I think we just save the surgical for a reanimate.
Because this costs a mana to use, I am just doing this, right? Because we have like Goblin Matron stuff to do.
You get punished if you draw expert.
Yeah.
But you could draw another 2-drop as well. So yeah, just do it.
I'm going to go up on both these. Okay. Am I matroning for a 2-drop here? Or to just like apply a bunch of pressure while they're just sitting on Wasteland?
So how do we lose this game is the question. I don't think we do anything because I think we're going to go matron for... If we go matron for matron, I think we can Muxus next turn.
Matron?
3. Yeah.
Do you want to just do that?
I think
we're a mana short. There, right?
Yeah. But I think we'll matron for matron battle cry, activate, swing for like 1 million.
Okay. So just pass here.
Yeah. And I think that is better than doing it right now because you get an extra matron out of it and they don't know that they want a wasteland. Yeah.
I'm leaving this on 3 and putting this to 2.
Yeah.
And putting in the Skirk too, yeah.
Yep.
Here's this. This is gonna get a matron. Goblin matron. Prospector. Untap. Boop. Boop. This one we're leaving. No. Yep. This one upticking. Well,
now the matron can get
Muxes? Like
just matron for again actually.
Okay.
Because then so say theoretically they
just like delays the decision.
Yeah. So theoretically they have a Fury, then we can go matron for Slang Gang to finish them off.
Yeah. Chunky for 9. 10, 11. Oh, it doesn't have this one. All right. Well, you've got a wasteland. Go. Okay.
Right.
Do we have a game?
I think the game is over.
Yeah. I liked that. I liked that wasteland dismember line. Calling the wasteland as their land drop. That was good. Okay.
Kind of hope they cast reanimate so we can surgical them and see what the heck is going on.
Yeah, true. The problem is they'll just like 100% concede to that.
It's true. It's true. Okay, that was not what they needed.
No, no, it was not.
Or once we untap, we can surgical them, surgical Witherbloom, and just see.
Yeah. Should I?
3 and 4.
3/4. Yeah. Are we doing it?
Mm-hmm. Maybe they just concede, but
I must know.
I'm curious about their hand.
Yeah. Give us your secrets. Yes. Oh my god. Whoa. Deed
Holy
is
shit.
crazy. Burning Wish.
Toxic
They have a
Deluge.
single crop rot.
A Wish Claw Talisman.
What is going on? It's like all one-ofs. Their whole deck is like one-ofs.
There's also no Plague Engineers.
Dothy, Duress, Punish. It's a one-of Punishing Fire.
Oh, that's tilting.
It's a one-of Punishing Fire, and there is one grove. What is going on?
One grove. One grove. Dude, I'm losing my fucking mind.
You
one
only
reanimate too?
You only need one.
Oh, it's reanimate's a Burning Wish target, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Just board it in.
Right.
All right. Expert their guy, and then Battle Cry, or then Matron Sling Gang.
Just
Activate Battle Cry.
Yeah.
Bazillion damage. Like, oh yeah, they boarded out the mid.
Yeah. Yeah, they're playing Lutri. They didn't have like anything in their hand, right?
No, they're done.
Before I like make a clown move. That was crazy. Of all of the things I was expecting to see off that surgical, that was not it.
Oh no, that was not it.
Oh my gosh. You ready to go next?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, yeah. Go for it. I'll leave it off here. I'll just talk to people. That was crazy. I did not expect the all one-ofs deck. Very cool. Yeah, dude, this is definitely one of those grindy, like unexpected grindy long leagues. You're like, I'm gonna go play a league of goblins, but you don't expect it to be hours and hours, but it is one of those decks. Same thing with like Hammer, where it's like, oh, Hammer, just here's a Hammer, kill them on turn 2, but then you're like 2.5 hours in and you're on match 3, No Beseech yet. So we played against Death and Taxes and whatever that just was. You can truly express yourself poorly. I mean, that was cool, dude. Like, I don't know what they were doing. My favorite line of that whole match was definitely them reanimating our Goblin Matron to get it in Noble Hierarch. That was sick. To get the ignoble. That was awesome. How do I like this compared to Food Chain? It's very cool. So Food Chain is more my style because I definitely like the I like that style of deck. I'm a really big, like, I love show and tell omniscience garbage, and Food Chain kind of gives me that show and tell vibe with Muxus. So I love that aspect of it. But this feels like a very rock solid deck. I feel like this gives you deeper lines and like more play than those Food Chain decks do, but the Food Chain ones are just more my all in goofy ass style. Hello. Get back on our other scene. They're asking how I like to compare to the Food Chain builds. Yeah, like I said, the Food Chain's just more that like combo control-y style that I like, just because feels. It feels like I'm playing show and tell with that deck, but this one feels nice, man. Like
These have been some good games.
yeah, these have been some really good games. That's exactly what it is. Like you get sick games of Magic with this.
Yeah, I think that's something that has made Goblins enjoyable for all this time for me, is that the good games with Goblins are like some of the best you can get in Legacy.
Yeah. Yep. And I like that it has the like grindy, scrappy games, the back and forth. You also just have like the way go over the top sometimes with, either insane early board states or like a fast Muxus. You get that kind of stuff. You get it both.
I've affectionately called Goblins the aggro combo control prison combo deck.
Right. Exactly. Like sometimes you just turn 1 Lackey, turn 2 here's a Muxus, and that's the game. But then sometimes you get down in the mud.
Turn 17, against some control deck, and
honestly, that is what has drawn me to Hammer in Modern, is that sometimes you just get the combo them out really fast hands, and then other times you have these really scrappy draws.
I think what's cool about Goblins especially is that because of the way all the cards work together, is that you can change roles very quickly.
Yeah. Good pivot power.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, I need to change a new game plan. So
it feels like you're throwing darts at a tank, but you have a lot of darts. I like that quote.
It's really good. Have I tried one of Mogcatcher for the grindy matchups? No. No. I think if I was going to meme with Mogcatcher, I would play Goblin Wizard.
Sounds
solid.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
What does Eddie normally play?
We'll see. I know them as somebody who hangs out on the stream. I don't know what they play.
All right.
They're Ancient Tomb. What are you playing Ancient Tomb right now?
Ancient Den.
That's right, Ancient Den. Is there a white variant of Painter that would play Ancient Den?
Yeah, there is white Painter. This could maybe be a Hammer deck.
Oh yeah, true.
Player Skirk.
Just off mountain here, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get wastelanded.
Yeah.
This Dismember is probably going to be pretty good. This will be the one matchup where I miss having the sideboarded Trashmaster. Because anybody playing Ancient Den is going to have a bad time against Goblin Trashmaster.
Right. Huh.
Bomberman?
Gets Painter.
White Painter. Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Are you wastelanding this turn cycle?
Well, now, yes.
Yeah.
that solved the problem.
Yeah. I'm just going after the Saga here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I probably would have wastelanded anyway.
Yeah. Not attacking it.
No, you don't want that trade.
We have an emergency dismember if we need it.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you are supposed to attack because they're probably going to be attacking. I don't know. Yeah, because they're going to play the Painter and then attack
our
too.
One window to do it anyway. So, like if they're,
yeah.
Choose black. Yo, black Aether File looks sick.
It does.
Okay.
Is Ingenious Smith off of Artifact entering the battlefield?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it only triggers once a turn.
Right, okay.
Well, I don't really want to tap out of Well, I guess we don't tap out of Dismember.
Yeah, we're never tapped out. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you just get the battle cry in play then?
Well, it's a little weird just because the battle cry is going to come off of the vial next turn anyway.
Right.
So I wonder if the best line is actually just play Tarn, fetch, get a Badlands, Dismember, paying 2 life, just kill the Panda right now. That way you get to attack for 1.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to be priced into doing that.
Rough.
It's possible that you want them to sink mana into a grindstone, so just like sitting on the Dismember is better. But it does cause you to play pretty passively.
Mm-hmm. This is a tough spot because like this is about to apply a ton of pressure on us too.
Yeah, and maybe you want them to get a grindstone so they don't get a shadow spear.
Right.
Because if they don't get a shadow spear, then
We could race it.
You just can totally race with battle cry plus slinking.
Do you want to just? I mean, if we play the battle cry, it opens up the possibility of drawing another 2-drop next turn.
That's
and
true.
Being able to play that.
That's true.
We do technically still have the Dismember if they just go station.
Land, grindstone, or like
Station
ancient
stone,
grindstone activate. Yeah. Yeah, I think you just play the battle cry.
Yeah. Do we still want to fetch here?
Sure. Yeah. I don't think it matters.
I got the Badlands there just because we may still be in a spot where we like are trying to not pay life.
Best draw, probably a Mogwar Marshal.
Gragas.
Kind of sucks.
That does suck.
See what they hit.
It looks sick. It looks so cool, dual color.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Also, they don't get a Saga token. This way.
Yeah, that's true. Ideal. I want to play this War Chief, but it's like I don't want to have to sack a thing to Dismember.
I mean, you can just sack the Skirk.
Just sack it to itself and do it. You want to get him in play then?
Yeah, because then you get to go Sling Gang.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the line. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we do have to wait on it.
Yes, we want them to grindstone us. Yeah.
Yeah. Which means we just like miss out on 2 damage this turn, but. Oh well, no. I guess I can attack with both of these.
They could double block.
Yeah.
And then they get blown up by Dismember a bit. Is that worth it?
It's a Goblin.
You get 2 damage in. But then they don't get grindstone. So yeah, I think you really want them to get a grindstone.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I mean, it feels like their fair plan is gonna be a big problem for us here, but I could be wrong.
I think we're okay, actually.
Well,
yeah. Yeah, Yeah, because they're going to want to attack, and they're going to get super punished. Okay. All right, so we have to draw land. Okay.
I mean, that is castable.
Yep.
You're
in your draw step.
Yep. Sure am. I'm not used to that draw stop. Are we
matroning for?
I mean, we're sending with both these, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And just like matron jumping.
Yeah, if they go,
Do you just matron for matron?
No, probably. We milled one prospector.
Yeah.
You could get a Pashlik Mons because you have 2 sling. Oh, no, there's a Caracas in play. Don't want to do that. So attack first, I think. It's possible you could hold back Battle Cry because it's like if they go artifact plus plow, you die. Or I guess just plow.
Just plow kills us because of this. Do you want me to keep it back?
No, I don't want to play that scared.
Yeah. Do you want to get like Mog?
Yeah, I kind of want to get Mog just because it blocks forever.
Yeah.
And also, if you draw land, it's good with the. Yeah. There's an argument for expert as well.
Munitions expert, yeah.
Yeah, because like you could kill the. Okay. Another painter. Okay, I guess that's a reason to get expert.
Yep. Or even. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have to draw expert.
Wheel. All right, the discount would let us still use it. Yeah. Well, wait, munitions expert or the other one. Both would deal with it, right?
What?
Well, that's neither. What am I trying to say? Crater Maker.
No, Creator Maker. Everything is a color.
Oh, damn it! It doesn't work against Painter.
Yeah. So I mean,
well, technically, if they don't have a land.
That's true actually.
Right, they only have 1 card in hand. I can like Wasteland the Caracas and just like play Mog here.
Yeah, that's totally true actually.
I guess
It's one mana.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Oh, we might have just missed lethal. Hold on. This one double
Miss
check.
Lethal?
Battle Cry, the trigger, you get block Battle Cry, you hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to 11.
We don't have 11 bodies to sack.
No. Okay. We're good.
Because we had, yeah.
So attack with
these two.
Battle Cry. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was a good amount of damage, but yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's any way we had 11 after.
We didn't have to. Oh, if we didn't Wasteland first, we could attack with
more because we're threatening this. No, but we still
lethal.
couldn't.
No, it's not lethal, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, now if we live a turn and we draw a land, I do think we win.
fate of the land.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now do they attack? I mean, we just have a free block.
Yeah, they don't attack it. Did Painter and Mother of Runes cause a weird interaction?
I don't know.
Probably not. I don't think so.
No.
Come on, land.
Would land be land wouldn't be lethal, would it?
Not sure. Crater Maker's
That's
another turn
interesting.
that kills the mom. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we probably do that. Yeah.
Hold on, you're in your draw step again.
I mean, I'll never get used to it, but yeah, I mean, that's got to be it, right?
I'm just wondering if we get to attack at all.
Well, with the 7/7 here.
Well, it's like, no, we don't. We don't get to attack.
Yeah.
Is the answer.
Yeah. Don't they just grind us? They're mana short.
So now if they attack, they don't draw land and attack. Oh, boo. Boo.
You got it. All right.
Okay.
So this, right?
Yeah, Agent's gonna be good.
Do you like the moon effects?
Yes.
I just see like a saga deck, and I'm like, I want moon.
Yeah, Moon's gonna be good.
Hey, Pyro.
Yo, yeah. It's a little awkward to board in Agent and also Moon.
Yeah.
I'll also probably want Dead Gone for Mother of Runes.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that game would have gone better if we had attacked. I know we missed 2 points of damage basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have been different really. Okay. So for boarding those 5, we're cutting
Do we
pile
want to do
drivers.
6, right?
Mm.
I know there's the overlap, but it's like almost, redundancy is not the worst thing in the world. I think the moon effects are stronger than opposition. So if it's between the two, I think we side with the moon effects.
I think.
Let's figure out what we want to port out, maybe.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So pile drivers and the Stink Scourger's out.
Yep.
Stink Scourger.
You want to trim a prospector?
I think Prospector's probably pretty good here.
Okay.
I usually trim a Moxus against Painter.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because you're much more of a control plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we can board in 6 cards, so I think we skip Agent. Maybe Magus is worse than Agent.
I just think that it seemed like they wouldn't have clean removal for the Magus. Like, we didn't see a single plane. So, like,
that's true.
It's probably hard for them to produce the white mana.
Yeah. No, sure. Let's do that. And then we have to cut one more.
Cut, I guess Sniper can kill Mother and whatnot. Can't kill the combo pieces.
Can't kill Painter, which is awkward, but I think it's still fine. Or Ringleader. Or a Lackey. Maybe there's a lot of the Lackey. The board's getting pretty gummed up.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay.
That's right. Of course, Michael.
Yeah, I'm keeping.
Yeah. This is a sweet one. Do you lead Porter Wasteland? They are also being a Wasteland deck. I don't know. I think it's Wasteland, but I don't know. Maybe it's port because it's better to wasteland sagas. So if they wasteland us first, then we have wasteland for sagas.
Yeah, I think play the port. Because if you draw a red source, you probably play the red source and then port off of that, so you could do to hide the wastelands.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, you're probably playing double vial.
And there's planes, damn it. Oh, great. All right,
pretty good.
I'm just gonna play like.
Just porting.
Oh, are we gonna just port it? Not deploy other vial?
No, I would just port it. I'll just port it. I don't want the painter to get into play.
Yeah, that's fair. It's really annoying that turns off Crater Maker.
Yes, it is.
I already forgot the always be porting. I still don't like that it's ABC. There's just not a single C here, but
That's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Oh, there you go, last god. I like that. Okay. So we can either wasteland or deploy. I mean, it's just like vial and port them again.
Yeah,
right?
you just have to vial port. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters.
No, I don't think it matters either. Yeah, really missing Trash Master because Trash Master, your portable hole is just like
Though I mean, it's still like kind of effective against
vial, yeah, but against other stuff, it's like huge blowout.
Always be causing your opponent's lands to be tapped. There you go. That's not a stretch at all. What the fuck? It has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as an opponent controls a planeswalker, okay? Whenever another artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Surge Injure and scry 1.
All right, cool. Dies to Crater Maker is what it says.
Okay. Whatever artifact. That's so weird. But why though?
Why though? That's a really good question.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to kill this turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just wastelanding and porting again.
Yeah, just wasteland port, yeah.
Isn't that from Shrek? Gotta be. That's from the Shrek secret lair.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Yeah.
Really need to start drawing lands.
When are we getting the Shrek secret lair? That's the question.
Lands or pyrokinesis?
Oh yeah.
I like pyrokinesis is like good at 100% of the time in this matchup.
Mm-hmm. Looks like maybe missing a land here. They've been playing in pre-combat.
The pause in the attack makes me wonder about Lackey Fear.
I don't know. Another plane.
Okay, cool.
Needle.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, we've got that Crater Maker.
Yeah, so we'll have to like vial in Crater Maker in response.
Yeah, and then
hopefully there's no plow. Please draw land.
All right. Well, I'm just sending, right? Am I not porting this turn because we want to activate it right away, or what? We're in a weird pinch right now. Like, they still just name the vial, right? Like, obviously, like, well, yeah. I assume they still just, like, have to name vial.
Yeah. Or no, they probably just, I mean, if the Crater Maker is in play, just name Crater Maker.
Yeah, but then we could then we just don't care about the needle and we still use our vial.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they have to name vial.
Yeah.
Either way.
I think you don't port in case of another sorcery speed spell.
Okay.
really not sure though.
Yeah, because we have to do it with the needles on the stack too. Right. So if they have a swords, they can do it before the needles in play.
Yeah, but then we like kill the dude, and then all right, so put in the Crater Maker. Hopefully, needle just resolves. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake. Like, I think you just name needle, unless you have an answer for needle. Unless you have like hole for needle. Yeah. Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah. Like, because I feel like if you otherwise, then we're like, sure, then we just have this 2/2 in play and whatever. But that's
well,
cool.
we kept a 3-land, no red source, and then didn't draw any red sources.
Yeah. But double vial, they both got answered.
Yeah, I don't know how many portable holes.
I think I block, right? Block here. Like,
oh
before
yeah,
this thing gets out of control.
Yeah.
The fair plan out of this is looking impressive. Out of this like white build of painter, kind of. I mean, it's interesting. Hey.
All right. Well, we're sitting. Oh yeah, we could have ported end of turn. That's true.
Oh yeah.
Probably doesn't matter, but
yeah, we did have the mana available there though. I'm not wastelanding, right? Am I?
Just port them and then save the wasteland for a saga.
Okay. Man, imagine missing a port. That feels bad. Missing any opportunity to tap those lands.
Okay. Let's draw Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis or red source.
This is the second time, different deck, we've been candidates today.
Yeah. It's not particularly effective against
That's what I'm surprised to see it come in against us twice.
It's good against some specific lines, but
yeah, call me
it's
off.
good against like the War Chief Skirk shenanigans.
Kinesis.
Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna call us officially unlucky at this point.
Yeah. Are we allowed to complain now?
Yeah, I think complaint equity has been reached.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It is good. It is good versus the food chain builds.
It is, yeah. Take 5 down to 6. And if we
I mean, we could like Kinesis.
Yeah. If we draw a red source, we're still fine. Like we can matron, block.
What if we draw another goblin? Oh no! Can these tap for black now?
Is there an herb?
Can this work? It says they're black. Can this please work like this? I believe that means we are. Well,
yeah, we're dead.
Yeah, we're dead.
That's disappointing.
I'm gonna cast this though.
Yeah, do it. Nice.
Oh, I missed the opportunity to wasteland myself there. All right.
Unlucky.
Yeah, just leaving value on the table. Are you good for me to send it again?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we got 2 more matches. It's been a spicy league.
I think that game 1 was winnable somehow. I'm not sure how, but I bet it was.
Yeah.
All
hey,
right,
what's up, Eddie?
Surge
Injured coast to coast. The card's busted.
We did die to Surge Injure. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, you said good hand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This one, looks solid to me.
I kind of suspect our opponents on combo. Just their username rings a bell, so that's probably not good. But Mishra's Bubble. Okay. Oh, be Delver. It's like Delver.
How do you feel
Raycast.
versus Painter in general?
I think matchup's pretty even. I think there's a lot of play to it.
Mm-hmm. And you probably feel a bit better about it when you do have like the Trash Master.
Yes, Trash Master's pretty big. Especially against a deck like that. All right. Jam this vial. maybe
Mountain?
gets dazed.
Do you do mountain or do you port here?
Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the painter matchup's I think the most experienced player will generally win.
No. We don't have it in the 75. Oh, sorry, 76.
There's no Trash Master in the list. Just aren't that many good matchups for it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm always very happy when my Delver opponents daze me on the draw, or when they're on the play, but they don't do anything on turn 1.
Yeah.
Now we're on the play.
Now we have the play, right?
Which makes this port a lot better. Because obviously, if they had a 1-drop threat, they would have played it.
Mm-hmm.
They do know about the Wasteland because they bobbled us, so maybe they play a fetch here. Yeah, okay. So they have a land in hand, and they know we have a Wasteland. So I think I want to play Wasteland. Or wait, Bobble. Bobble's the top card, yeah. So they do know about the Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
So I think play the Wasteland and play War Marshal.
Okay. Get something going on the board.
Yeah. Eddie, we didn't board in Chalice. We have 2 Chalices in the board, but
we went for moons.
Yeah, the moons. Yeah.
We went it was a couple of moons, some pyrokinesis. Sure.
I guess Chalice probably is really good against you. You're playing Enlightened Tutor.
Yeah.
Plow and Portable Hole. So yeah, Chalice in 1 was probably really good. Okay. Okay, so opponent has a Volcanic Island in hand.
I think it was a Trop, wasn't it?
No, it was a Volk.
It was a Volk they got originally? Oh, maybe I'm thinking because it was Misty.
Misty, yeah.
Sure.
I'll draw Munitions Expert. Okay, Slinking. Right,
do you like porting this turn cycle?
Interesting question. Attack first and then decide.
Okay. I don't think they're going to block, so it's probably not going to change.
So porting stops a Murktide, but it would only be a 4.
It'd be like 4/4. It'd be a pretty tiny Murktide.
Yeah, and it would mean the Crater Maker can easily clear the Channeler, and if you draw an Expert, then you get to go like Expert the Murktide and kill the Channeler, which would be sick. So probably don't port this turn because they're probably just going to brainstorm in response.
Okay.
So I think play port Crater Maker. Be pretty happy if they dazed again. Okay.
0 Sentinel list.
Okay.
I was wondering if Bloodstain for another mountain there was something we were interested in doing over the port or not.
I really want to get a black source, was my thinking.
Okay.
But second Wasteland's pretty brutal. That's really super punishing.
Yeah. Okay. So just send in. Hope no Merc this turn.
Yeah, not getting to cast a spell this turn is really bad. Probably should have played a mountain. Okay, so they don't have Murktide. That's really important.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions made here as well because of the prospect of Bowmaster. That makes a lot of sense.
So next turn we're probably gonna double fetch. Go down to 12. They go to 13. just really want to draw a cavern. Damn it. All right. Yep. I think we're just slamming this matron into a daze.
Yeah. I am getting a Badlands.
Get double Badlands.
Yeah. Are we grabbing a ringleader?
No.
Oh, okay. What are we getting?
We're getting expert.
Oh, okay. To try to okay.
Yeah.
Pre-combat, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
Here's this. Thoughts. Prayers. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, like in the expert, especially with like 4 bodies.
Yeah. It's like an argument for Sting Scourger.
Just to like
preempt.
Yeah. Because we're not going to have a window if they play it like.
Yeah. It's interesting that this seems to be just blue-red Delver Grixis, which is pretty rare these days. If they don't have Murktide this turn, then I think we're favored. But if they have Murktide this turn, then we're probably dead.
Unless we rip that Sting off the top. No. Not the post-combat. Oh, they don't have it. Okay.
Draw a cavern.
How about a matron?
Well, attack first and then expert on their upkeep.
And you do so you do still want to expert here.
Yeah.
Rather than like setting up getting a Sting.
Yeah, because they've shown that they don't have it. So
yeah. I just feel like the only thing there is like it is a deck that can dig really deep pretty quickly.
Yeah.
One brainstorm.
But I feel like if they had a brainstorm, they would have cast it.
Yeah. Send it here.
Yep. What is this?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, fuck. They have boat.
Well, I mean, it still.
They need Bowmaster plus Bolt.
Yeah.
Bolt Matron.
Yep.
I guess they do have it.
It
sucks a lot.
Yeah. Especially because we still have to target here first.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Maybe they mess up.
Yeah. They didn't mess up. Ay, this hurts. Well, you did say it'd be weird if they were just playing blue-red.
Yeah. I mean, the bolt going at a creature is like pretty nice.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, well, yeah. It was gonna kill us otherwise.
Still, if we draw a cavern, we can still raise the Sling Gang.
Oh.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's better for us for sure. Yeah, I'd like to use it. Maybe now if they delve, it might kill their DRC. That's bad.
All right, so now we have to rip land. Okay, actually, that's one of our better draws.
Potentially. Yeah, just send and play it, right?
Yeah.
If it's not going to be a land, pile driver.
Yeah, if they don't have something,
it attacks through
literally
a
just die. Also, yeah, Murktide, they literally just die.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, don't have double days with your triple wasteland. Maybe it's Force of Will.
Maybe it's Resolves. Damn it. Oh, and it pitched a Murktide. Well,
okay.
It did beat a Murktide.
Okay, so land Doesn't get us anywhere.
No, we need
Twin Shot wins the game.
Twin Shot, Sting.
Sting, yeah. Damn it.
Hey, we finally got our land.
Man, that's really close.
It was very, very close. That DRC dealt so much damage.
Yeah, that's how things go sometimes. I think, I guess fetching or playing out the port cost us the game because we had one dead turn. Like if we'd literally just applied one, if we'd played one more creature, we went. All right, so don't board in the chalices.
Oh, I thought you did I thought you were saying you did like them.
No, that's for the reanimate decks.
Oh, that was the blue-black decks. Right.
Yeah. All right, so
interesting. You don't like those versus Delver.
Yeah. They board in Meltdown, and I don't like being that exposed to that. And they also find that they just play through Chalice a bit better.
Oh, they're bringing in Meltdowns because of the vials, anyways. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so board in 1 Kinesis. All right, so we take those 5, and we're gonna cut both Muxus.
No. My heart.
2 lackeys.
Oh, it's okay.
Actually, one lackey, 1 skirk.
Okay.
Because we're on the play and trim a. I go back and forth on whether or not I want to trim a war chief or a ringleader. I think war chief.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I think ringleader's fine. Sure. I feel like, I don't know, you get those scrappy games. Ringleader's just so important.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Mountain Vial.
Yep. And it resolves. Okay, we're good.
Step 1. Ooh.
Delver. Okay. This is an interesting question.
If we're porting or munitions experting.
Yeah. Or twin shotting.
Yeah.
Because the port's coming off the file next turn.
Yeah.
I think we port.
Yeah, because I really don't want to expose this. I want this to be uncounterable.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice that if they dazed it, you could vial in the prospector.
Pay for it. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
I think I like it, though.
Yeah. If they flip the Delver, you take an extra 3, but that's basically the only punish. Let the trigger resolve.
Oh. Why is that?
Because if they big brainstorm.
Oh, brainstorm. Yeah. It would let them more effectively use the mana. Haha. Good call. Like, they know we're going to port anyways there. I'm surprised they don't just fire off the brainstorm. Like, we're, like, so clearly representing the port. Like, what is it going to be if not port?
Well, we could... It lets us...
Port the other land.
Let's import the other land, and also we could have, like, a red blast or something like that.
Oh, okay,
we play something else to use our mana on.
That's true. Do you skirt block?
Yeah, I'm blocking. Getting to trade a Delver for a Prospector is usually something I'm pretty darn happy to do.
Right.
Especially when we're like pretty set for mana. Oh, the second port is going to be so good. So last match we saw the cost of running multiple ports, but this is the upside.
Right.
Excellent draw.
Yeah, it's a 2-drop that we get to like do something with.
Yeah, proactive.
Yeah. Surprise, more ports.
Oops, all ports.
Oops.
think we're just getting this vial up to 4 so we can vial and twin shot. Vial and twin shot's really nice because then you can like get a block on a Murktide or Delver. Lackey's not bad.
That's not bad.
Let's use your mana.
Yeah, am I guess I gotta get the Badlands here though, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Badlands, use the Badlands Lackey.
Yes. Hey, Brecht. Appreciate the compliment. So we might leave the vial on 3 for a turn still. It kind of depends on what they do. Because we don't really want a matron to be able to be countered.
Mm-hmm.
But if they like Bowmaster...
Do you like tapping the black or the red here? I almost like the black so that the Bowmaster would have to be in hand now.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Tapping the red's better against Meltdown. Like, if they cast Meltdown for 1, then we get to hit them with Lackey, which they're probably not going to let us do. Even though that would probably be fine for them. They don't know that.
They don't know that. Yeah.
It's like so much the threat of Lackey, right? It's just like what you might have.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you not like ticking it up to 4 here?
Yeah, now, well.
We don't have anything to put into play. Well, let's see what we draw, I get. Well, but
Yeah.
we don't get to.
Yeah, let's stick it up. Stick it up.
Yeah. I feel like there's just.
Because we draw a 3.
Whatever we draw, we can then get to just put into play.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Perfect. All right.
So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this into play. Yeah. Shoot you. You like getting a ringleader here or
Ringleader or Sling Gang?
yeah, one of the 4s. I'm leaning with the ringleader, but
So they're 14.
yeah, they have 6 cards in hand.
No spell. They're all spells.
Yep.
So we're gonna port them. Can I see the rest of the board real quick? Yeah, Creator Maker. So if we port them, they kill Lackey. Then they take 5. And then we have Sling Gang. 6 goblins. The problem with Ringleader is that it could hit a lot of spells that aren't
Goblins, yeah, there's a big chunk of them over here.
well, there's that, but like also just stuff that we have to cast into counter spells because
And we want those to kind of rot here.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is just Sling Gang. We're like kind of holding them off of being able to like plague or whatever anyways.
Yeah, but the Ringleader is better.
We boarded out Muxus.
Yeah. This is a tough call.
Yeah.
We have an expert.
I mean, we also have the Lackey. Like, if they aren't able to kill the Lackey, we
true.
don't necessarily have to put things into counter spells.
It's true, actually. Yeah, I get the Ringleader.
Yeah.
Because we also have 2 removal spells.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep tapping down the black, I think.
Yeah. Maybe stopping them from casting
Bolt.
additional DRCs is good.
Yeah. Maybe it's actually red here.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Kind of odd.
Yeah, that is weird.
Okay. Could get punished. So Murktide is a... Oh. Okay. Sure.
were. It was Death and Taxes, and then a and then a deck that was all singleton. It was Jund. It had like Minsk and Boo.
It was Jund Smog.
Smog, but only a little bit of Smog. That's a
right.
sick draw.
Yeah. So we played Vile, Wasteland plus Port.
I'm going to do it here. Vile. Just waste them off red.
Yep.
Slam for 5. It was... Yeah, it was nearly a Lutri deck. It was very weird. And like we only found it out at the very end because as we were going to win, we surgicaled them just to see.
We also lost game 1 to the Singleton Punishing Fire with the Singleton Grove.
It's one Punishing Fire, one Grove. And we sure did lose to it. Oh my god. We were so baited into thinking it was like all in on this plan.
Yeah, it was like punishing Jund, as if that's not weird enough by itself.
Right. They had like a one of Burning Wish.
Yeah. One of Chain Lightning, one of Reanimate.
One of Reanimate, and they reanimated our Goblin Matron when we had a lot of goblins in there, and they got Ignoble Hierarch out of their deck. It was crazy.
Hey,
sure. Yeah, you did call that.
They really invested a lot into killing this Ether Vial.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice for the Murktide.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's probably going to happen.
Just going to tap the red, I guess, right? I mean...
I wonder if we even port them. I wonder if we just hold up Expert. I kind of want the flash creature.
Yeah, okay.
Like...
I think that's fine.
Like, Plague Engineer doesn't do anything, so I don't think there's a 3-drop that matters. True Name Nemesis, they would die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just reprieved someone's Lorien Revealed.
Jesus.
That's value.
Okay. They're dead.
I am going to give you the expert. My expert opinion.
My expert opinion is that they are
that
dead.
you have died. Oh, well, now you're... Okay, so I'm going to Sting Scourger it too.
Yeah. So they're dead through the bolt.
Yeah. Play that. That's better than this, right? So we're not playing it to Daze. Should I like...
If Daze is their last card, then they're dead on board.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. All roads lead to Rome.
Yeah.
I guess it reveals that Sting Scourger's in our deck, which may be a good thing, honestly.
Yeah. Might trick them into not playing a Murktide.
Yeah, exactly.
You had mentioned the Lackey swap. I think it mattered player draw. So do you want to switch?
Yeah. So put second Skirk back in and cut a Lackey. So the reason that Skirk is better when you're on the draw, because you can sack it to try to Bowmaster it and deny the token.
Oh, okay. Sack anything that they target, even.
Yeah. I don't mind the second Kinesis on the draw, but not sure need it. Because you can get run over sometimes if they have like aggressive starts with multiple DRCs.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were kind of between like War Chief and Ringleader. Do you want to trim a Ringleader?
We're at 28 goblins. That's a pretty good Ringleader count.
Yeah.
I think we keep it as is.
Okay.
They're not playing super like...
What a hand.
It's really tempting.
It's rough. It's rough if they do have kind of that hand you were talking about where they just like throw out a couple DRCs, you know?
Yeah, but
Eddie. That's
they're
awesome.
really bad at casting their spells.
Yeah.
Through triple wasteland sometimes. Like Delver really sucks against multiple fast wastelands. You know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
keep your science.
3
Totally
wastelands is a lot of
totally
wastelands.
Totally could just die, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No bobble, please.
This is not ideal for this keep. Oh, but they didn't ban at least. They're seeing the 4th wasteland right now. All right, we're gonna help you.
Yeah, we're just
Get land in your graveyard for you.
This hand had one game plan. I don't think it's changing. Oh
no! Stop!
I hate bobbles so much. I
I
swear
know.
to God, I died a bobble more than fucking.
Oh, been to Bowmaster.
I know
That's
they want creature in the yard.
terrifying.
No, I think it's terrifying would be binning a land. That would be
Yeah. Okay, because that would mean the wasteland plan is probably not great. Yeah, okay, that's true. I mean, this is just getting a creature. They're trying to get this flipped.
So they don't have an instant or sorcery they want to cast right there. Ooh, caverns.
Do I have to play Badlands this turn though?
So,
Because it's not like this is good next turn.
there's a chance you can catch it if they like fetch, then you get expert in response. Yeah, I think you play the Badlands.
Okay. It just gives us the option.
Yep. If you play the Wasteland here, it locks you into
Not
then
experting.
They fetch. They just don't fetch, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Right. It does allow them to do this, though.
That's true. But it seems that they wanted the card anyway, so it's not like you're going to wasteland them, like wasteland their fetch when they don't draw with the bobble. That'd be kind of deranged. Yeah, that's a scary brainstorm.
That's a flip DRC.
Yeah.
Flipped, whatever.
Yeah.
A delirious DRC.
They also milled a land, but they also don't know that we have 2 wastelands, so like they might just have 1 more land still.
Mm-hmm.
They might be looking for a wasteland, because if they wasteland us and then we wasteland them back, and then they don't have any lands, then I think we'll be okay. We'll probably be at a very low life total, but we can still win.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I'm blind. Hi, Donnie. I just saw... So there's this like weird thing where I just can't see Donnie's messages. Like, I don't know what it is. No matter what color he makes his name. Way earlier, he said, "Hello, streamers."
Yes.
I miss it every time. But if you're there, Donnie, hi, hello. I saw it just like 30 minutes late. But hello. Oh, there he is. There he is. What's up, bud?
Really need to draw a 1-drop or something.
Yeah. Because like we're kind of priced into just wastelanding them again, right?
Yeah, we just have to again. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah, like Vile there would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Play Wasteland, play Vile, being able to pay for days and then Wasteland them.
Mm-hmm. This might be a... Oh, okay.
I get, yeah, they had just brainstormed, right?
Stop with the fucking bobble.
Look, you mentioned bobble, so now you're just gonna get bobbled into the ground. That's the way it works. Edward.
Oh, did they not have a land?
Yes, Edward the intern.
If they don't have a land,
Okay.
we are in it.
Ooh. Yeah, Edward the employer even.
Okay. All right.
mean. Oh,
Okay.
okay,
All right.
okay.
Wait, Wasteland first.
Yeah, like I was saying before with the.
No.
Whoa!
If you play the Skirk, they can daze putting the land back in their hand. But if you Wasteland first, then they don't have an island to return.
Them first. Of course.
Probably bolting our face.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Melt down the graveyard, yeah.
You're going to be real sad when I play this Aether Vial.
Okay, so we go Skirk into... Oh, fuck, that's so
wow, they're dazing their own bolt.
Okay.
That's sick.
Okay. Well, you get the 2-for-1.
Yeah. Feel better about it if they weren't the one with the pressure on us, though.
Yeah. But now we get to go...
Oh,
all right.
That's brutal.
Basically have to draw Pyrokinesis now.
Yep.
It's almost... We can kill one of them. We can go
right
Expert
now?
for 2, sack Expert.
Oh. Yikes. Yeah, we can. I mean...
I think it might be better to play... It's interesting.
You think we power out War Chief now?
No.
No way. Right? That would be... Yeah.
Because
where does that account? We're just dead.
We take 6, and then we...
And it doesn't make this any cheaper. Like,
yeah.
It does make Crater Maker cheaper.
Yeah. I think if we go Crater Maker, and then next turn we can Expert for 3.
Kill 1. We take
sack
6 though.
Yeah.
One this turn. Taking 6 is brutal. If we rip the land, I'm thinking
if we play the Crater Maker this turn, then we can kill both GRCs next turn.
We can.
But because we can go Expert.
This kills 1.
And then sack it for a red, dead, plus activate Crater Maker.
Oh man, that's a lot of resources into it too, though.
Yeah.
And we take a lot along the way.
Actually, another way to do it would be if we draw a land, then we could just play the Pashalik.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was saying. The Pashalik.
Yeah.
If we want to make a line that Pashalik works.
Well, attack first, because if they block, then you get to Expert. It's a tough spot.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it was exactly... you said it right from the beginning.
Yeah,
this is the kind of hand that will lose to them just doing a bunch of DRCs, you know?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. Hey, how's it going, Warfleet?
Also, this War Chief could have been a Pyrokinesis.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, do we have better outs if we kill 1 DRC right now? Then we take 3. We play. I think playing the Crater Maker is better, unless they block, obviously. But.
Would you like to engage in blocking? And you're saying if they block, we Expert in response?
Yeah. I mean, if that happens, then we're still not in a
Great spot.
great spot.
Yeah.
But I think it's free damage. I don't think they're gonna do it. Yeah, just play Crater Maker.
All right.
We do have to fade another bolt.
Yeah. We need to fade a lot of things. I feel like
we can ignore days more or less from now.
Yeah. Oh, what's the issue, Warfleet?
If they play a Murktide here and they lose Delirium, we might get a blowout Pashlik.
Would we be able to? Oh, because we can sack using Skirk to then. No, but we don't have enough.
No, you can kill 2 things and have 3 red. Sack.
We got to sack our whole board, right?
Yeah, you sack the whole board, yeah. But, I mean,
yeah.
I would happily trade boards with Delver at this stage.
Yeah. That's fair. The issue is they have 14 cards in their graveyard, so they could redeploy it, and any level of Murktide kills us at this point, pretty much.
That is true.
Edict. That's not ideal. Bin's a Brainstorm. Wild.
I don't know if it's better for us to sack the Crater Maker or the Skirk here. So if we draw a land, expert.
As things sit, if we just sack the Prospector and we draw a blank, then we can like Crater Maker plus dead to kill one of them.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, sack the Skirk.
Alive. We do draw the land. Does that change how we want to do this? Now we can munitions plus dead to kill one. I really want munitions to kill one on its own, but if we have to sack this and do it, it's not doing that, so
we attack and then I think we attack and then dead plus expert and then hope to draw a land, and then we can Ashlick Crater Maker the second one. I think we're just going to die to Bowmaster, though.
Yeah, probably.
Dead first.
Dead first.
So they don't.
Oh,
they're less likely to daze it.
Oh, nope. Almost. Almost tapped for red there. Not the strongest of exchanges, but
no,
doing what we got to do.
Okay, they had a bolt. Yeah. Sure.
GG's.
Yeah, they had the hand that specifically needed to fade.
Right. The thing that we didn't fade.
I think in all realisticness, you are supposed to mulligan that hand because it isn't. It doesn't have any B plan.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
We
have not been mulliganing a lot here. We've been keeping a lot of like fringe hands. I wonder if we should be like more aggressively mulliganing. But
I think we've largely had good hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, yeah, the 7 was definitely.
There's been a couple that we've been like, okay, let's keep it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's happened like 3 times or whatever, and it's worked out in some of the other ones. That's
true. That's true.
Yeah, maybe that one we should have been a little more aggressive with.
especially Delver, I think is like a pretty good matchup, and so you just don't need to take as many risks. I like the sand. Sand's great. I think kills on turn 3.
Yeah. Be nice on the play, but
Yeah, it is much worse on the draw. Okay, once upon a time. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. Well, Lackey just got very sad.
yep. That's a bummer.
Oh.
Man. I mean, we still play it.
Yeah, just play Mountain, I think.
Yeah.
Still just draw Expert or Twin Shot or Stink Scourger.
And we probably just win the game, like on the spot.
Or Dismember.
Yep. A lot of good draws here. Anything that just clears
post.
the. Oh my
Okay.
god.
This is like one of the best matchups in the format, so I'm not worried about. Even if we lose this game, it's really hard for us to lose the match.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? Why?
You'll see.
Okay. Because of Wasteland Port and.
Hey.
Oh, there's Wasteland.
All right, so porting doesn't matter this turn, so play Port Pile Driver. Or hold on. Cavern might be better because if we draw Expert, we'll want to be able to Expert plus Wasteland.
Okay. And there's not a world where we're gonna want to be porting plus Wastelanding though.
No, there is a world that's like
Yeah.
that's the question.
So should we play Wasteland? So because if we play Wasteland, then if we draw the munitions, we can do both.
Yeah, I guess playing Wasteland's good.
It just lets them know that Wasteland's coming, but
yeah, and it's bad against Pithy Needle, which post plays 4 of in the main.
Oh god.
But I think you're right. I think we just play the Wasteland
Because it just opens us up.
They're gonna blind name Wasteland.
Right.
That's
right.
like what the needles are there for.
Right. Lackey will stay home. Huh.
I guess that's a punish. But now we just like pay for our dudes, and now they're
Yeah.
you just pay for your dudes and play Badlands, I think. Ooh, that's a nice one.
I'm gonna play that.
Yeah. They can sack their forest for a cloud post,
Yeah.
but then are they gonna lose a reclaimer here?
Wait, why are they gonna lose a reclaimer?
I mean, Yavimaya, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, another Tabernacle gets to pay.
But like now, I don't know, like they're taxing themselves and they're the ramp deck.
Yeah.
So like I'm actually pretty fine with this situation.
Are you not reaching to Wasteland that Tabernacle?
Not immediately, no.
Okay. Am I using the Wasteland to pay?
No, just pay with Mountain Badlands.
Okay, so still leave up the...
Yeah, just leave up the Wasteland for now. We'll see what we draw. We might Wasteland what they Reclaimer for.
Yeah. Oh, it's free.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So play the port.
Just pass, yeah.
And just pass, yeah. So they might... We'll see what they do with the Reclaimers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a non-zero chance one of these lackeys gets to sneak in.
I mean, that could be the game.
Yeah.
Though, well, yeah. Muxus is a little awkward into Tabernacle, but I guess we do have the Wasteland, so...
Yeah. Reclaimer.
So, like, is the...
Well, they sack the Tabernacle. Yeah. It's taxing them too much.
Oh. Interesting. Are we Wastelanding a post here if they get a post? Just before their turn?
I'm gonna see if they do it before I
Answer that. Yeah. Fair. They did.
Okay. So if we just port post, it might bait them into activating Reclaimer with that.
And then,
mana.
yeah. I kind of like that. You want?
I think I want to do that.
I like that a lot, actually.
It's like, oh, it's 2 free mana.
Right.
Why wouldn't I do that? It's bad. I mean,
Are they crop rotting it?
the posts come into play tapped, so it's like,
Right.
it's not really a huge punish.
Oh, they are doing it. Oh. This is gonna be big.
I don't think they can do any like big plays here.
Right. Like you said, they come into play tap, so. Oh, they are just walking right into it. I hope. Oh boy.
Okay.
That's a lot of life.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Because
Probably good to get a Muxus in play. Good to.
Well, and also we get to put a Sling Gang into play if we want to.
Oh yeah, true.
They're also taking 5 off this driver. I was worried about if they pass with 3 mana up. I was worried about endurance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Am I supposed to just attack first?
Well, we could matron for expert. Oh, we could matron for battle cry.
Oh no.
Matron for battle cry plus activate. We have to kill them if that's the line. So we have to actually 100% kill them. So
deal 25 damage here.
Yeah. If we matron for actually more than that. We have to do more than 25 because they can Reclaimer for another Glimmer Post.
Oh god. We have to deal 30.
Yeah, with deal 30. Which is totally possible.
Yeah, if this hits one of the haste dudes with Pile Driver and...
Well, if we just put the Sling Gang, is the thing. So, all right, so hold on. So Battle Cry, put it in,
let him
attack is 2, 4, 6, 8. I think, is that 14 off the Pile Driver? It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's 12 damage off the Pile Driver. They block Lackey, take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take 7 from everything else. So that's 19. So it's not quite.
It's 19, but then like.
But then if we put in Sling Gang, then they aren't allowed to activate Reclaimer. But then I think we probably die.
Yeah.
So what if we just matron for expert, kill the Reclaimer, and then we get to put in both Muxus and Sling Gang?
I think there's a reasonable chance we hit.
Just Pashlik and kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think matron expert.
So, matron.
Actually, hold up. Tap, play the Cavern, and tap all of those lands, because if you hit a Skirk off of the Muxus, you'll be able to board using the Skirk plus Wasteland.
Okay. I think so too, Donnie. Okay. Into an expert.
Yeah.
Clear the way.
This is also better against crop rotation from Maze of Ith.
Excuse me.
There's a non-zero chance that we end up wastelanding Yavimaya here. Okay, so they probably do have crop rotation then.
Or not.
Oh, okay. I guess they just want to use the map. Seems kind of weird though.
Isn't that worse? I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so Muxus first.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there any? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
They are dead.
gracious. Yeah.
Because we get to put in Sling Gang.
Yep.
And then sack expert cast War Marshal. Or no, get Bashik Monks first.
Sorry. Say it.
All right, so
I'm
tap.
matroning.
Yeah, so
Like-
sack
Sack a token.
a token, tap port. No. You don't have to tap the wasteland.
Okay.
War Chief's in play.
Oh my god, we hit a war chief.
Yeah, we're storming off here.
Yep. We're in full storm mode. All right, matron. We're getting Pashelik.
Yeah.
Pashelik deals
We're gonna-
3 billion damage to them.
Yes.
Pashelik. I need to sack 2 more things.
Yes.
Or I could use the wasteland now if we're killing them, right?
I want to leave with the wasteland in case they can crop rotation
Crop.
for Glacial Chasm
Um,
because we have enough damage.
sack just a matron.
Yep.
Pashelik.
No. You want to play you can play the War Marshal and the Crater Maker.
Oh.
You deal 1 damage each time.
Yep.
Okay, they're dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start here.
Yeah, those are good.
Yep.
Opposition agent, extremely fucked up against them.
Yep, their whole deck is searching things. And this
Yeah, actually, I usually board in.
kill Merit. You can also kill those elves early.
Yeah, kills the Reclaimers early. Honestly, the scariest card in their deck is Ramanap Excavator.
Yeah.
So I actually
Do you like this then?
I board in 1 Kinesis on the draw. Yeah.
Everyone's saying that turn was fucked up.
Yeah.
That turn was fucked up. That was
Goblins
awesome.
is fucking sick.
Yeah, it really is. This was like, dude, this card getting printed too was just so, chef's kiss for this deck. All right. So you're thinking we do, or we're passing on this?
I think Kinesis is actually better just because
Okay.
it's free.
Okay. So are they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You want to do both or just one?
I think just 1.
Uh,
Considering a Chalice as well, because Chalice against Crop Rotation and Reclaimer
true.
is
Okay.
nice,
Bring
and
it
also
over here.
Map and Needle. They do have a lot of 1s. But what
it's a
if we wanna
saga
cut-
deck, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. They're just playing. They just okay. Is Twin Shot?
Twin Shot
Kill the
kills
elf, I
Reclaimer, but
guess.
that's about it.
Yeah.
I think you
Sting?
can probably Sting bouncing. I mean, bouncing prime time usually not what you want to do. But
Right.
If you kill them on the crackback, then it's worth it.
Right.
I think you can cut Sting Scourger. Cut 2 ringleaders.
Both ringleaders, huh? Okay.
Yeah, and I think you can cut Twin Shot as well.
Okay.
I think we just go pretty streamlined here.
You want to
Yeah.
not do the
This is
chalice?
good. Yeah, well, let's skip the Chalice, especially when we're on the draw. Like
Yeah.
they're going to be able to
Yeah,
play.
I think in the play it seems like potentially more appealing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nah, this hand sucks.
Yeah, I just see the 1 of Oppo and I'm
I
like,
know.
I can't cast it.
This hand
This
rules.
hand
hand's
boy, is
insane.
fucking sick. I'm just putting back the Crater Maker, right? Or is it one of the lands? I almost want to keep the lands just because, like, if they answer Vile,
Yeah, I would
I
keep
don't
the lands.
I just want to keep the 2 nasty.
I like that Crater Maker. Opposition agent handles Reclaimer,
Right.
basically. So yeah, I think we just ditch the Crater Maker.
This hand sucks. This hand's fucked up.
It's like literally
Polar opposite hand.
Two of the like best cards ever printed against the opponent's. Opponent has to do something very fucked up on turn 3, which Cloudpost isn't really built to do.
Yeah.
Like it technically can cast Primeval Titan.
And we can we can wasteland them too, right? Like
yeah, if we really want to,
yeah. You want to
fetch Badlands.
Right. We need potentially the black mana to actually cast this.
Yeah.
Your go.
Cool.
Huh. Sure.
Pretty happy about that.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been like way worse.
All right, we got 3 drops. Play the Wasteland just to be like threatening.
Okay. They probably don't attack now too. I think they'll get like Bowmastered or something, you know.
I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe they're playing the Wasteland's wrong. Not sure. It's a little awkward. Like, do we Magus first, or do we have the luxury of playing Agent?
Second Cloudpost makes me a little nervous.
Okay, Needle.
I mean,
so now we just let that resolve, and now we have the Slam Moon.
Yeah.
Which probably looks extremely suspicious.
Yep. Sure does.
Okay. You win the game on the spot. Pyrokinesis.
Yeah, that would be very good. Let's draw that.
Yeah.
That's close.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to unlock this vial in 2 turns, I think. So we're just going to play Moon, and then we play Chief, and then Matron.
Yeah.
Like, Creator Maker, kill the vial, or kill the...
oh, that's not a goblin creature. Imagine. How is Magus not a goblin?
I know, dude.
So many missed opportunities. Not a goblin rogue? What were they thinking?
So fucked if it was a goblin.
It's weird that all creatures aren't just goblins. Collector Roof, not a goblin. Weird. Sure looks like a goblin. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it does. I wonder, actually, maybe playing Orc Chief is... we'll see if we draw land.
Yeah.
Draw land, then playing Matron is better. Or if we don't draw land, playing Matron is better.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to still uptick this.
Yes.
We want it on 3. Oh, how about Pyrokinesis? Holy shit. All right, so now it's just like Kinesis pitching a Matron, right?
And then we go cast War Chief, attack.
And have this up if we want it so they can't crop rot.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm going to kill their shit.
Yeah.
Here. Bye-bye.
They need crop rotation for forest. Crop rotation for forest. Activate Reclaimer to keep the Reclaimer. I guess, no, it doesn't have to be forest, but...
Well, it does for them to cast the other crop rot.
Oh, yes. Right.
Because of the moon. No, it does have to be forest. Oh, they are casting something here.
I think they're just
they're just activating it. Yeah.
They're probably just getting second forest because they need to be able to hard cast prime time.
Yeah.
That's their line.
That card gets worse with opposition agent in play.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Oh, they sacked the forest though.
Questionable.
Interesting. I wonder if dismember. Okay. Well, we still do this, right?
Yeah. We might just like snag the thing with the Eye of Ugin.
Not preemptively doing this, right?
No. I mean, they took the damage, so
Yeah. It might just be like prepping for that, like them just.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the dismembers in the deck.
Yeah, maybe they have like a bunch of them. If they do nothing and pass back here, are you putting in a Goblin Matron?
Yes. Or no, because we might want to tick up the vial. So yeah, just put in the agent.
So okay. So you are going to use the agent. Okay.
Yeah. Just because if the vial is not on 3, then we can never put the agent in play with Magazine.
Right.
They might just concede. But see, are they dead to Pile Driver? Matron for Pile Driver. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that's exactly lethal. Matron for Pile Driver. Leave vial on 3. No, we don't matron. I think we just matron directly for Pile Driver.
Right.
2 extra bodies.
Yeah. I was gonna say, that's just better, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The fuck are
you? He's on the left.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, okay. Struggling. Any
order? Yeah.
Order doesn't.
Just don't tap the Wasteland, I guess, in case.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's Needle. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Can do it anyways. Thoughts on thousands of damage?
I love Pile Driver.
It's so much damage. Look, he's swinging for 9
so
here.
much damage.
Yeah.
Easy clap. Best matchup.
Nice. Wow. You weren't wrong. I also don't remember winning another game there.
We had the crazy line in game 1 where they had 2 reclaimers and we baited
them
with the port.
Yeah. Right. For some reason in my brain, it was like, well, you were like, well, game 1, it's not great necessarily, but post-board, it becomes insane. So, yeah, right.
Game 1, you're still favored, but it's just like sometimes have those hands that are a bit reliant on Lackey.
Yeah.
And then they play a couple of reclaimers and you're like awkward, but.
Well, that was sick. That was an awesome league. That gave me like a really good taste of this build. I think like we saw a really diverse set of matchups, and got like really close, good games against all of them. That was awesome. Like we saw some jank. we saw one particular match of jank, but we got to see like a land side of things, Delver, Death and Taxes. Like that was a really good sample size of Legacy. We didn't see like actual like Reanimator or like a deep combo deck, but we saw a lot of the popular fair strategies of the format, especially. We saw. I feel like I'm missing one. You know what? It was Eddie on Painter.
Painter.
Yeah. And that was one of our losses. What was the other loss?
Delver. We kept the super sus hand game 3.
Yep. You're right, and we lost to the double DRC. But yeah,
it was kind of funny that I was like, DRC Nabobble is the one reason not to keep this hand.
Immediately, DRC Nabobble, follow up DRC. But yeah, I feel like we got to we saw a showcase for basically all of the cards that differentiate this deck from the other build. Like Sting Scourger came up. We got to do the Battle Cry thing at least once. I know we did that. The Twin Shot came up. War Marshal came up. Pile Driver came up several times. So did Skirk. Pashalik did. The amount of damage output you can have with Pashalik plus Sling Gang is insane.
I've been calling it's Sling Gang is Goblin Grape Shot. Pashalik is Tendrils.
Yeah. I mean, totally. I love that potential that it does have out of combat. To be fair, like I do feel like the food chain build does have some serious potential out of combat as well, because it just goes to the moon and then plays a Sling Gang. But yeah, wow, that was awesome.
You don't have to sweat your flips quite as hard with this list.
Though we did hit hard every time.
we did some good ones.
All of the Muxuses were pretty much bangers.
I think the average Muxus is actually better in the Vile deck than in Food Chain.
Okay.
Because in Food Chain, you have more Muxuses, right? You Muxus can't flip to Muxus. And Sling Gang is like the best hit off of Muxus all the time, and I don't think does Food Chain only
I do play two.
once?
No, I do.
Yeah,
I'm on two. Well, because I have the Kiki combo in there, so I like having the two redundant pieces for both Kiki.
Right. But even still, like I think in a lot of the matchups where Muxus isn't like in board states where Muxus isn't just going to like kill your opponent. I think having all the munitions experts to flip into matters a lot. Like against like taxes, that comes up a lot where it's like, well, I have to sack my board to play this Muxus, and they have like one or two creatures that are kind of scary. And then if you flip removal spells off of your Muxus, then you're very likely to win.
You just completely flip the board state.
Yeah.
The War Chief too. That discount. Getting to see that in action. Wow. Like we got to do some crazy things where it's like War Chief into Matron into whatever Crater Maker or whatever, or Pile Driver especially. God, the Pile.
I think it's really underrated how like War Chief turns Goblins into such a combo deck all by itself, where it turns Matron into. It's crazy that you can have War Chief in play and 2/3 drops like clunky tutors, right? Matron, and you can turn those into mana positive cards.
I mean, you shave a mana off a card and a lot of cards get broken like really quickly.
Like, okay, all of a sudden this is like my Recruiter of the Guard equivalent grindy card to Matron for Skirk, Matron for Mogwai Marshal. Now I have like 8 mana or whatever because Mogwai Marshal becomes Dark Ritual.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's like such a critical component of how Goblins works is just like you're grinding, you're playing your removal spells, you're trading out creatures, you're you're wastelanding and porting, and then you just turn the corner with your storm combo and kill them.
Here's a question for you: Vile Goblins, was this ever a deck that did incorporate the Kiki combo with Snoop?
I tried it, and I find that I've tried it a bunch of times. There's been a few instances where I've liked it, but I think Snoop and Vile don't play super well together because the whole point of Vile, especially in the blue matchups, is to deny your opponent the opportunity to use counter spells and play on their turn and like set up these situations. And Snoop would just like
be the complete opposite.
Yeah, it would make you play into sweepers. It plays poorly with mana denial, both because you're spending your mana on your turn, and also it's red, so you have to play more red sources.
Oh, true. Just casting it is tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of times where we had hands that, I mean, it was one red mana that we had access to.
And so that's part of why I really like the 2-drop setup here is like, aside from the experts, it's all one red.
Though it is, I mean, you can also say it plays well with Vile because you Vile it in and have your mana available to then cast things. There is some nice play with it, but
there is, but
I see what you mean. It does play against that port wasteland.
You don't usually want to main phase your Vile onto. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That's true.
It doesn't.
So it incentivizes gameplay that the rest of the deck does not want you to do, basically.
Yeah. And I just found it would just not give me card advantage often enough compared to how awkward it was in a lot of hands.
Okay. Because that's what I was going to say, because while that combo does add some clunk to it, like the individual pieces are all reasonable, right? Like the Snoop can be card advantage, the Kiki can go insane with some of the cards in the deck. So
Kiki I actually think is a very reasonable card to play just as a fair card in
Really?
Goblins. Yes.
Really? Interesting.
My best tournament result was in a Legacy Showcase where I made it to the finals and I lost to Nathan Stoyer, but I was like 9-2.
A lot of people lose to him these days.
Yeah, a lot of people lose to Nathan Stoyer. Yeah. Too broken up about it.
Yeah.
But I had a meta call the day before the event that there was going to be a lot of Yori on taxes, and so I played Last Vandal in the main deck, and one in the sideboard, and a main deck Kiki Jiki. With my logic being that all the fair non-blue decks were being built around looping tutors, which was Yorion, or there was like Esper Vial that was happening, and like stuff like that. Or a lot of Fable. Yeah, Fable was pretty popular then, I think.
Okay.
And Kiki is just like the way to go over the top of that.
Yeah. I mean, Kiki goes so hard with like so many pieces. I mean, doubling up your removal spells, doubling up your own tutors, doubling up your ringleaders goes completely crazy. Your sling gangs even can be kind of nice to just like pump out 3 bodies.
Drain just tons of damage.
Yeah.
So I think in like a creature mid-range and control heavy metagame, Kiki is really nice. Oh, and also the other thing I think back then was there was a lot of dress downs. And Kiki is a really nice way to punish dress down because they like.
Do you get to keep the thing then?
Yeah, well, it's like they're dressed down in your matrons and ringleaders, but they're still sitting on the table.
Yeah,
they're not spending removal spells. You're not going to plow or prismatic ending your matron or ringleader, and so Kiki was like a really nice way to rebuy any dress down matrons or ringleaders.
Yeah, I mean, I like getting him into play does seem really tough with this particular build for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I was playing 24 lands main, and then I had a 25th land in the sideboard. So like, you definitely need to adjust if you're gonna go up on top end. I generally try to keep the deck as lean as I can because goblins can certainly have quite clunky hands if you're not like very, very curve aware.
Another point that I was kind of thinking about during that league, I know it was like a very weird fringe deck we were playing against where this came up, but doing the split on moons.
Yeah. There's a couple reasons. It's like, I don't want to be overexposed to. So the most common answer to Blood Moon is Force of Vigor.
Yeah. And you find people bring that in against you a lot already because of the vial?
All the time.
Really? Okay.
And not just because of Vial, but because they're expecting Blood Moon or Chalice of the Void or some other hate permanent.
Okay.
So Force of or Leyline of the Void. If it's like lands, they'll auto board in 3 Force of Vigors because of Blood Moon and Force of Vigor, or because of Blood Moon, Leyline, and Vial.
Right.
And
interesting.
Most of the lands.
I was just thinking all the removal is going to be in against you anyway. So like having I felt like Magus was going to be the more vulnerable piece.
No, it's pretty big that you can play. I think diversifying is pretty nice. And there's certain matchups where like caverning out the Magus is really important. So like against Doomsday, for example. Blood Moon gets dazed like 9,000% of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you just cavern on human, then they have a really hard time stopping it. Like one of the easiest ways to cheese Doomsday is you just you don't worry about interacting with stopping them from Doomsday being cast. Like, don't worry about that. But you just let Doomsday be cast, and you just don't let them kill you all in one turn with a and that's what Reb and Surgical are for, or Mindbreak Trap, and then you literally sit on these cards, Chalice on 0, Cavern, Magus of the Moon.
Interesting. It makes me wonder, like, it makes me feel like it should just be Maguses. Like, the fact that they work with the Vial, they're not susceptible to the Force. I know they are susceptible to the removal, like the red removal, but I feel like I don't know, like, how many red removal decks are you bringing Blood Moon in against anyways? Like, probably some, but...
Well, it's not just red removal, right? It's like
you get like Solitude, I guess, or something, but I don't know how many Solitude.
Lands will have Source of Plowshares off of their Mox Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
They'll Green White Depths will have swords off of Mox Diamonds.
Okay.
And also, if they're splashing black, they could Green Sun for Grist. And if they kill your Magus, then they just get a free Marrow Age, like most of the time.
Right.
So
it's a good argument.
It's quite close and like conditional on which one's better than the other, and I'd have to like literally go matchup by matchup to decide, like, and And like, people are playing a lot of dismembers, so like Magus isn't going to be safe.
I mean, I started that conversation being like, why aren't we just playing Blood Moons? It seems like the more vulnerable one. And I ended it by being like, well, why aren't we just playing Magus?
Yeah. But then you also have to think about, also most of the decks that you want a Blood Moon are playing Boseiju.
Yeah.
So like there's really I really highly value diversifying my hate.
Yep.
Because there's so many good answers to either one that you would much rather have one of each than two of one, I think.
Yeah. One other card that had come up while we were playing was the Crater Maker. Not Crater Maker, sorry, the Trash Master.
Yeah, Trash Master would
is that like your 16th sideboard card right now, or
probably? Yeah. I think, Mono White Painter.
It just feels like artifacts are so prevalent in the format right now. Like I am like on null rods out the wazoo in decks that I can play, but you like can't do it in this deck.
No, you don't want to play null rod. No.
Yeah.
I think
just having some form of artifact
like,
hate.
I think I found that mono red painter.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not that important to have Trash Master.
Well, because they have all the goblins that just like
you're more focused on killing welders and Fable. And like you have Creator Maker for the occasional Saga token and the occasional Grindstone. It is annoying that you don't get to just shatter a Painter kind of through anything. That's where Trash Master's missed. But I've played against Painter a couple of times without Trash Master, and I was like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Against like the red black or mono red. 8-cast is the other matchup where it's like you miss Trash Master, but I missed it less than I thought I would, because I kind of realized that a lot of the times when I would aggressively search for Trash Master, it kind of just would have been better as a Muxus.
Yeah. It's so like expensive anyways. Like
playing control against 8-cast is a lot harder than being a creature combo deck.
It is also a lord. Like it does let you
yeah
punch too.
It does it. Yeah, and
expensive
like Trash.
Lord, but...
if people were playing more punishing fires than Trash Masters, quite good.
That's true.
Like Trash Master used to be one of the best cards against lands like a couple of years ago, because just pushing all of your 2/2s out of punishing fire range and then you shatter their Mox Diamonds and they wouldn't be able to cast spells. Like, he used to be really good, and he's still like good now, but because he's good against Saga. But
and I guess the other deck where I'm like, man, I really want like null rods and stuff. It's like those artifact storm decks, and against those you have Chalice on 0, which is like really good to just stop that stuff anyways.
Yeah, you're just trying to do stuff faster than Trash Master comes into play, even off of Lackey.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
So I think, still a reasonable card for like a decent range of matchups, but just didn't feel necessary. That might change once I can start testing Mind Goblin because you just, that's kind of nice. It's like you could have an empty board and then just go like Mind Goblin, Trash Master, sack Mind Goblin, kill your thing, and then the Trash Master.
We totally have to do this again when Mind Goblin comes out. Like I know. I really want to play that card. I feel like that card's gonna add so much.
I gotta decide what I want to cut. I think I'm probably gonna try I think it's probably just going to be a one of in this list, but I want to try it, so I want to like draw it more often. So I'll probably cut Sting Scourger and
something else.
Maybe a War Marshal, because War Marshal's kind of doing that similar role.
Yeah, if generating mana with Skirk, this will just be generating mana on its own. Yeah,
because War Marshal's main role used to be blocking back when Tarmogoyf was like the best threat. So like Goblins used to not play Mogwai Marshal at all. Like, it actually went unplayed after it was printed for a couple of years, and then Tarmogoyf was like the #1 threat, and all the Goblins players like, this card's so annoying, how do we deal with Tarmogoyf? And then some people started playing 4 Mogwai Marshals, and it was like, oh, you just like brick wall the Tarmogoyf
for like a million turns.
And then you just go around it.
Does Mind Goblin push the deck towards wanting to play more Muxus at all, do you think?
I don't want to rely on that too much, because especially in the format right now, when there is like all this scam and discard, I really don't want the sort of fragile hands that are like A+B combo that like
and you only
don't function without each other. Because like I don't want Muxus in my deck against Shadow. So like,
Yeah.
Against Scam, I usually leave in one copy because the games usually go to like turn 15 in the post board games.
Right.
But that's a very fragile thing, and they're gonna like dismember it in response, and it's just like not gonna feel good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think I don't want to go up on Muxus. I want like I might go up to a third Battle Cry because the mana sink.
Yeah, that sounded legit. Like,
yeah, it seems very good.
Yeah. Rolling Mind Goblin into Battle Cry, activate Battle Cry right away. Yeah. Get a trigger off of it too. Like that seems really strong.
I think another option to cut would be the second Pashlik. So playing more than one Pashlik's like pretty rare. That's something basically only I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could see like a little bit of clunkiness with being a legendary and whatnot. Yeah. Like, how often are you getting it in play and then wanting the second, Yeah.
So I've been finding that it's just like, it is like one of the best cards possible against the blue-black decks because it makes every exchange come out in your favor. Like, they kill a thing with their Bowmaster, you kill their Bowmaster.
Yeah.
You pop Crater Maker, you get 2 things. You kill their token and their grief. They cast any removal spell and then something's trading on board.
Yep.
And then it also is a Plague Engineer answer. So I really liked Pashlik for that purpose, and I like the combo with Sling because they're both such good cards on their own. I just like having that consistency of I want as high a chance as possible of Muxus hitting either Slingang or Pashlik. So that any future matrons can just get the other half.
It just makes that like big board that much stickier, and that much more of a problem where it's like, even if you have something to answer this board, it's probably killing you on the way out anyways. Like
yeah. So that's like the argument for the second Pashlik.
Yeah.
Also, all the other thing is there's very little Caracas in the format right now.
If that's the argument for the second patch, like, is it not insane to just have it be a third Slingang, or is that just like way too many Slingang?
No, I've played 3 Slingangs before.
Yeah.
They can start to get a little clunky because like
and that doesn't give you the game against blue black. Like that's not the
yeah.
And
like it's kind of like Slingang, similar to Skirk. Mm-hmm. If you have 2 copies in play, neither of them, they don't stack.
Right. Whereas where if you have the Pashlik and the Slingang in play, they do. So like having again, kind of like having the diversified really pays off here. Having them diversified. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I also have very amusingly, if you Muxus into 2 Pashliks and you legend rule one of them, you get 2 damage.
Hey, that is kind of sick because it triggers off itself, and then that's funny. Oh, that's kind of nice. All right, sweet.
So, yeah, there's like maybe 3 slots to fiddle with. To try to fit Mind Goblin in.
Yep.
And we'll have to just see how things play out.
Yeah, it seems like a really useful tool for the deck. Just having a Goblin that ritual seems really powerful.
Yeah. I just really wish that it wasn't such a headache. I mean that, but like it's just such a pain in the ass in paper. Where it's like.
I'm going to be honest. If I was a Goblins player, as sick as Mind Goblin is,
you just wouldn't play it.
Dude, you know what? Ultimately, I probably would, but I'd be so mad about it every time. I would so angrily present my sticker sheets every time. Like, I would be visibly angry every time I had to do that. Because, like, I don't even remember how it works. It's like you have like 10, and then you have to like shuffle up and randomly pick 3 or something. Is that what it is?
That is correct, yes.
And then is it you get to choose from those 3?
Yes, you get to choose from those 3.
Okay.
But
Jesus
like
Christ.
you have to remember to do it at the beginning of each game.
I mean, what the fuck? I know, what were they thinking?
I just really, really wish that they just did a functional reprint of something that is very close to Mind Goblin that just dodges all of the rules.
Yeah.
It's just so
tedious. It's just so tedious. Exactly. It's like the remembering to reveal your companion times 10.
Yes, exactly.
It's so frustrating. And it's every game. It's not even match. It's every game.
Nope, it's every game.
Oh my god, dude! I'd rather die.
I know.
Oh man.
Like I literally bought. I literally have 4 copies of it in my binder, and I'm just like, I don't want to buy stickers, and I know you can proxy them, but like I don't even want to do that. So I just haven't played it.
Yeah, how do you don't have you're just like verbally saying what sticker you're choosing, right? You don't have to actually stick it on the card, do you?
No, you don't. I think I mean, you could use like little sheets of paper.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's so
there's like
stupid.
different solutions, but yeah, it's all obnoxious no matter what you do.
Yeah, what a pain. All right. Well, that's been Goblins. Any closing words? Anything else you'd like to?
We drew the one of
spread about
Dismember
Goblins.
a lot.
Yeah, we did. It made it feel like we had more, and it was. I mean, it was good. Like, it was really good.
Mattered,
it did.
But it did also win us a couple of the games where it's just like Dismember plus Wasteland on the Dork and the Bayou.
Yeah. Oh, that was so sick. That was definitely one of the highlights of the league.
And then it was decent against D&T, though the life loss kind of came back to bite us. But like
in one of those games, the one because that was a 3-gamer, and I think it did cost us.
Yeah, that was the game too. Yeah. Because I forget what even happened, but we just died. Oh, we
killed the Skyclave.
Yeah, we killed the Skyclave, and then we just like I think we just didn't develop. We just didn't have enough mana, and we just died to like a wisp punching us a bunch of times.
Right. That's what it was. And then like the life loss maybe cost us a turn that maybe could have made the difference. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, I mean, what are we gonna play in that? So like Pyrokinesis would be in that slot normally, but obviously Pyrokinesis is gonna be vastly better against D&T. Like that's not really a question.
Right.
But in the aggregate, you know, we didn't play against the blue-black decks, which is really what Dismember is for, or like Initiative or something like that.
Yep.
But I think my thinking on it is like the rest of the format is playing Dismember for good reason.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So,
and I think to be fair, I do think there were a handful of spots where it costing 1 mana versus 0 also mattered quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Where we were like, well, we have to hold up Dismember. It was like it's like Painter, where it was like we needed to hold up Dismember or make a play. Whereas if that was Pyrokinesis.
Well, we had the Skirk in play the whole time, so it's like we always had it up.
We did, but we would have to sack something, you know, like
right. Yeah.
Whereas if it was Pyro,
I mean that is true. Like if we had gotten to keep our Prospector around,
we had a ton of cards in our hand, and I think
we probably could have won. We needed literally any 1/1 in play to sacrifice in order to win the Painter game. I think.
Yeah, that was very close. So
I think that's it for me though.
Well, great. Thank you so much for coming and doing this again. You know, if you want to come and do it again when Mind Goblin comes out, I'd be more than happy to. This has been
definitely a lot of fun. I guess I should say on Sunday I'm gonna be on Dukes on Twitch doing a very similar thing.
Oh, sweet!
The Green Sun Summit. He's doing like a whole weekend of streaming with like different guests. You know, he's like streaming all weekend.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll be his Sunday.
You know what time?
It's Sunday, like around noon for me, but I'm in British time.
Right.
So
and that's just made up time. I don't know. It's like 5 hours, I think, difference.
5 hours ahead.
So probably like 5 p.m. EST or something. I don't know. Something like that.
I'm ahead of you.
Oh.
So it was probably morning or like pretty.
Oh, like 7.
Probably early in the morning for
Are you on British time? It just feels like it.
I live in Scotland, so that's why.
Yeah. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you'll be able to catch. I'm assuming you guys are going to be playing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I imagine he's not having you on there to play some like Storm or something.
No, I think we're playing the exact same list actually.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So if you guys want to see more of this, more lackeying, there you go. Sunday morning. And you said it was Dukes on Twitch.
Yeah, Dukes on Twitch.
Yeah,
Dukes is like such a nice dude. If you don't know Dukes, you should definitely check him out. He's like the nicest legacy content dude, and just puts in a ton of work and very pleasant guy.
Awesome. Well, sweet. There you go.